guess I should pull up ours.
I got it. Are we live? Oh, we're live. Oh my God! We said we were going to start at 10:15. It's exactly 10:15. What the hell is going on here? Although I don't know if are we live. Oh, you might have to go into the stream and hit start stream on the actual thing.
It says we're live, but
I made that.
No, we're here
500 times. Oh, okay. Well, it's for some reason not coming up for me.
Well, this is I feel like I'm a little bit in Danny's domain here. You're the live stream guy. Yeah. I'm feeling nervous right now. There's a lot going on at the same time. For people who were messaging on every place that I posted this saying, why are you starting so late? The reason is me and Daniel Polishuk just did Corinne's show, and then we did her. So it was a stand-up show, and it was also a live show. We both did that. And then we have, I can hear them in the hallways now. They are showing up. Chris from Brooklyn
and JJ
Lieberman. So the boys are here. Danny. So we'll introduce our guests since they got here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Right on time, JJ.
There's your headphones. There's your mic.
The cats and dogs.
Put the head. Was that not on? I did not hear that.
I didn't hear that.
Tap on that, JJ.
Once again, coming in with fire.
Yeah. Okay, he's here.
You're goddamn right. He's here. They know.
He's here. He's queer.
I was sick, dude. I was losing my voice, and I still made it because I'm a fucking loyal guy.
Yeah. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, the claws have arrived.
Clong, 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 clong. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Claw me.
Like Should I do it again?
You guys were complaining that we were late, like you didn't send me to get claws.
What?
What's that,
Just check if we're soft.
Yeah, we're up.
We're up.
So what's the...
All right.
So on the betting markets, which it's looking like the betting markets, assuming that this is where it's going, will have proven to be the death of the pollsters because 90%...
Oh, you're saying because of the pollsters all...
That was terrible.
It happens. There's a lot going on in here.
No, everything just got cut.
No, we're still going.
No, we're still going.
Yeah.
We just lost some power.
Johnny Glover just tripped
Kramer
on the wire.
over here, everybody.
You know this.
Cosmo Kramer.
Now
Johnny
we know why
Glover,
they lost the Civil War.
The Southern Lever.
You know this is a podcast for the election when
Johnny,
the guy takes off his hernia belt.
JJ taking off his hernia belt.
I'm strapping in. I'm going all night.
Settle in.
Well,
Put your headphones on.
You're unstrapping in. So what are you guys going to do after this election? Move to Canada or
Johnny,
something?
this one just completely fell off.
I'd like to get JJ settled because there's a lot of commotion coming from the JJ area. He's having trouble with a lot of different things.
Yeah, sexuality, gender.
His thing's not in. His mic's not in.
He's moving to Austin.
JJ, can you help him a little bit?
I'm not a fucking...
Hold it.
Just hold the thing, you fucking Jew.
It doesn't have the...
Now, when you see a Jew fumble with something like that, does that make you upset? Do you feel like Kyle when his cousin comes to South Park?
A little bit, yeah. Like you're not helping things.
I have to hold it the whole time?
No.
Just hold it so he can put the screw
You do
in.
so
gotta put
many.
the screw in.
You do so many podcasts in this room.
He doesn't do high level podcasts like this.
let me
He
tell
only
you-
does low level podcasts.
Let me tell you,
where
JJ's got to screw loose.
He's coming in hot, folks.
There we go.
All right, chat. Do you think it's basically called? I'm sure that some of the people in the chat have been watching stuff all night. I'll tell you, we were at a stream.
Or this is a reverse Clinton because she was 90-10 before the.
Wait, what happened since we left Stand Up New York?
Well, when we were
gained
at Stand Up New
15
York, I
points.
don't know, like the vibe there was still just as up as in the air now as it was ever.
Well,
Yeah,
it
but
was.
that-
I'm
and then
just
we
going
got
off
in the
of-
car and Danny's like, this thing's over.
I'm just going on the betting markets. They were at 75-25. Now they're at 90-10.
And the
So
vibe there, they had a chance
Trump,
because she's
for
a-
Trump.
Trump,
Were you at a show?
No, but I know her vibe because she's a leftist.
It was half and half there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah.
She is leftist.
Yeah, it was half and half though.
Yeah.
Remember to do the volume, not the game.
I like how we're saying it was half and half, but it was literally just you guys and then
That one guy in the America shirt.
Yeah, and then what's our buddy's name?
No. I saw.
No, there was a bunch of people.
I saw some people do like a Trump joke and like half the crowd cheered. It was like half and half.
Yeah. They had a Trump drink.
I'll tell you, my biggest thing that was the biggest difference in my opinion, even just doing that stream or just doing Corinne's thing. It was very, people are like, I know, this and people think that. It was very like cordial.
Yeah.
That was not the case in 2016.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
It's a way different vibe where it feels like,
Dude, you wouldn't have been in 2016 if you were at a comedy show in New York City wearing a MAGA hat. They'd be like, you're not allowed to come in.
There's
Well,
MAGA hats
1000%.
all over
Oh,
the
dude,
place.
I saw just around here earlier today. I saw so many.
I want to complain about the faggot hats that they're selling, and I feel like. Do you have you
Who's selling these? What
By the
are
way,
MAGA hats?
all of my videos are now like performing less well than they used to. So people are selling faggot hats, as in there's two different things.
Like the soda.
Fake America Great Again, like fake Trump people.
Yeah.
And then
Hold on. If we got an audio thing, let's.
you're thinking
Okay.
you're thinking of Fago. Faga is my last name.
I know that.
Faga is
Is a
just
guy
them
who sucks
calling
cock.
is just a JJ's hat of choice. You know what I mean? So they're just selling these hats.
No,
and-
I actually don't know what you mean. Do you get what he's talking about?
So there's a-
There's MAGA hats, and then
faggots-
as a joke, they're just like.
Yeah,
these
so,
faggot
like-
Oh, well, that's what you have to say.
So there's like broy leftists who are just calling MAGA people fagas.
but they're wearing the merch.
Yeah, and they're selling and wearing the merch, and it's like it's really making my life.
There you go.
This
I mean, if you were good at SEO, you'd figure out a way to parlay this on your behalf.
Let me tell
I
you.
have just been commenting on everybody who tweets it. Like what'd you say?
Yeah, he goes, "That's my name."
I'm not a political person. I don't have either side, but I do love.
Oh man,
But
this
you
is,
are a pervert.
Can we just say
I'm
this is the
actually
start
not.
of a new character? I'm not political.
I'm not political, but I love the fact that she's getting decimated. Nobody wants a woman to run the country. Nobody wants a woman to run the country. Can we?
They need to be barefoot and pumping out breast milk for JJ to drink.
Hey man,
yes.
we have a population decline though.
So when do they have to? When do they have to? What's going? Hey,
Who's this bitch?
Hold on, let's just stop for a second here. Was it the gains? It feels like the gains like really high or something, right?
It's not higher than.
By the way, this woman,
'Cause
Donna,
I think
Donna Brazil, should
something.
never be allowed
Maybe
to be
just
covered.
1 second. Maybe 1 second, if you guys don't mind.
Silencio.
Something happened on that end where.
Okay. JJ, can you try talking?
Testing. 1, 2. That's good. Okay.
Okay, well, it felt like it was the levels were going all over the
this
place.
sounds great. Everyone's saying
Okay,
the chat sounds
but did you not hear
JJ
that in your headphones when it was?
not really. No.
No, this sounds great because JJ Lieberman's on.
Yeah.
Okay, so when do the women have to put the handmaiden tale outfits on?
Right now, I think that's.
I hope so.
Will they happen now? Are they rounding up gays now? Okay?
This bitch who I hate is just dressed like Hunger Games.
She was the one who fucked over.
So Danny
Bernie
was
Sanders.
making a joke earlier that he said he didn't know Georgia was.
Is it just a whole state full of guys named George? What's the deal with that?
They're making up fake states. Danny said Georgia, for example.
Yeah.
This is much better than when we did the post. I got some flamed comments when Danny wasn't around post Biden Trump, because what people don't know is that was our third podcast of the day, and I did multiple sets.
What did you do? When was this?
Me and you did the post Biden Trump debate. and-
Where?
In BOYSCAST studio.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Summer.
Comments were very harsh towards JJ Lieberman, but with
They're currently quite harsh.
okay.
No, they're not.
No, I'm kidding.
Somebody, the last time when Ryan was out of town and us and Che did the BOYSCAST together, somebody actually.
It was a great podcast.
Yeah, I thought we all had a good time.
Yeah.
So somebody actually accused me of hating JJ for real in real life in the comments.
Oh, they didn't like your energy towards
And
it. Really?
I was like, I like.
You're saying the JJ stands were
You probably
happy.
don't even remember this. Like I texted you and was like, "Hey, like I didn't like say anything that actually piss you off." Somebody was just like, "That was like real hate coming from Chris." I was like, JJ's my friend, so we're allowed to be.
I'll
mean
tell
to
you what,
each
with
other.
live streaming, it's addictive to be paying attention to the chat.
I know.
see why they do it.
Yeah, you got to watch out. And
Well, you watch the streamer guys.
Jeff Odebear says JJ's a goof. Jeff, and he's from Canada. So
Ooh, that's the bad kind
that's
of
fighting words.
bad.
So,
Shout
okay.
out Jeff.
That means you're a pedophile.
Yeah.
But
right,
this is what I'm just a Danny point is
Yeah.
the way Danny's talking about this is it's locked, it's over.
I'm not-
on the news. They seem like they're not even pretending. that it's
he's
going on.
195 to 91.
That's crazy. Unless all the red states are in.
No,
which is
it's all
impossible.
just Pennsylvania.
'Cause what happened
That's
last
just
time was-
Arizona.
Last time Trump came out and called it, and then that's the start of the next 4 months of your life, right?
The 3 a.m. ballots. And
So
you
he's
know,
probably being somewhat disciplined of when he's going to take the W, right?
maybe we'll get that little 3 a.m. ballot spike.
Did he call it before the news last time? That's what happened?
By the way, I just want to point out.
I think what happened is Fox. That's why he hates Fox, is because Fox called it for Arizona, which was basically like, "Hey, he's losing this," and then he was so mad at them because you're like, "You can't know
But
that." And they
but
were
did
right.
he given
though.
his like, we got this before that?
No, he didn't give a
Can't remember.
concession or.
Yeah, don't you have to concede before?
I thought he did like a speech saying like I thought he did like a winner speech. We got a super chat here, fellas. Hang up on JJ. Oh, come on.
Shut up.
There'll be no JJ hate tolerated. This is the thing. There was a point in time when we started doing stuff that JJ was a guy on the internet. He didn't even have an Instagram account.
No.
So it
Oh,
would kind of pop up on our stream. And, so it was fun. It's fun to make fun of JJ. What people don't realize, the times have turned and JJ's like a big star now.
Yeah.
That's the thing. People don't realize that, right? When you go to comedy clubs, you always have to constantly remind people, like, do you know who I am? Like, do you ever say that to people now?
No. But
In your head, you do, though.
no.
This guy has no. Well, he's the guy. The meme where he's standing in the corner. He has no clue that I've got 100,000 on Instagram.
He thought when I would be successful, I would be an unsufferable pig. Never.
Joke's on me. You were an insufferable pig to begin with.
He started that way.
Yes.
I just thought you'd become more insufferable.
He hasn't changed at all.
Isn't it funny that
he's got a third infirm dog somewhere now.
he's the money pig and I'm the unsufferable pig?
Pig, yeah.
The Jew pigs.
But anyways, Poly Market right now, 88% for Pennsylvania for him to win. So it must be whatever's coming in for Pennsylvania is just not looking good.
So do you think
Destiny says it's over? I'm calling it. Harris wins.
Yeah.
So that's a joke, right?
Yeah, he's a bit of a troll.
Do you think if she went with Shapiro or she was just that big of a fool?
Shapiro.
She stunk, eh?
Yeah, I just think she wasn't the best candidate.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Assuming, and again, who knows? Maybe there's some malarkey and some skullduggery.
Bitcoin's up 7% today.
Yeah, that's.
It's going to go up.
That's a big
that's on Trump. That's a bet on Trump.
Let's just.
Any good vids coming up, Danny? Danny did have an idea for a vid if you want to tell the people.
Oh yeah, it's going to be for the ladies out there who are upset with Kamala losing. It'll be a video of them calling it for Kamala. It'll just be like a full news broadcast of Kamala Harris wins.
Do you remember 2000?
Someone says, do you think Trump would have won in 2020 if he referred to Pete Buttigieg as Pete Buttchug?
No.
When he was campaigning?
Skeet Buttigieg.
Buttigieg?
Skeet Buttigieg.
Skeet Buttigieg is the name.
I'm gay and I want to fight my dad.
Yeah.
Care to weigh in on the Pete Buttchug?
Yeah, that I don't know about. But I said it earlier, and I bet you Trump goes and spends a bunch of time trying to relitigate 2020 to be like, I won that too.
Well, that's what we were saying.
But he did win.
Oh, if he
wins,
if he wins this, he goes, all right, I'm going to spend some time. Like, we're going to go back and.
I mean, he was right. It was election fraud.
Okay, well, imagine this, though. He wins, and then he goes and relitigates 20, and then they go, yeah, that is right. You did win, and now you can't be president because you won 2 terms. This would be your 3rd term, technically.
Well, he gave me a dirty look in terms of...
I didn't give you a dirty look. I was just like, I don't...
No, not direct election.
We got super chat says JJ gets a pass tonight on your gay stuff.
Is it my hair's looking thicker?
He did not mention the hair.
No.
We're gonna get a poll on is JJ's hair looking good?
Wait, have you, now that you're famous, have you been to Turkey?
No, I have been using
there's so many
minoxidil.
There's so many things you would love in Turkey. Hair transplants.
Food's money there.
Food.
Dude.
I know. I had.
Gay men.
There was a while where I had a guys that were trying to get me to do a sponsorship with a hair transplant, and I asked if my buddy could go and I'll film it, and they said yes, but then never. Really
I spoke to them; they were too much.
It was gonna be a lot, man. I don't know what I was signing up for. I was like, that'd be fun. Then I was like, I'm just going to fucking Turkey for a week so JJ can get hair transplants.
Well, I mean,
Istanbul is an awesome city.
Yeah.
It is not.
Releasing a video on my channel. JJ gets a hair transplant.
Yeah, you're okay. What was the point? Yeah, you're like, what was the point of this? It's a free hair for JJ. Yeah,
scamming a sponsor.
Hey,
is there any
what's the upside for me though?
Nothing. Free trip to Istanbul.
Yeah, free trip. Is there any kind of chicanery that could happen to flip this or what?
I mean, who knows?
Are you guys
I mean,
all...
they don't do it at fucking 10:30 p.m. Eastern time.
It's all in the middle.
Goes
of the
at 4 in the morning.
and a couple days.
I got to ask you guys: are you guys all just like
89% the votes in? That's a lot of the vote.
So Lev,
that's for. But that's just for certain states. That's for electoral. Yeah.
Do you guys want Trump to win? Is this a thing? I know he does.
No, I don't actually. I think
you want Kamala Harris to win?
I think Ryan had the best theory about this couple.
Well, there's pluses and there's like your
and
individual life. Like I'm sure there's people that would like, yeah, I think it would be better for the Trump for the country, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass in my own life. Like, you know what I mean?
That's how I feel.
Yeah, there's kind of.
I just think it'll be the funnier option.
No, for
clearly.
Plus, then there's no more. There's never a Trump rally ever again. We'll never see another Trump rally.
Well, we're not. I don't think. I think we're there anyway.
Yeah, we're there anyways. Yeah.
You think he's going to run?
But then but then there is the thing of like, okay, Danny brought this up last time. He's like, RFK says he's going to take down the big pharma. Tulsi Gabbard says he shouldn't take down military-industrial complex.
None of it's going to happen.
Elon Musk says he's going to take
$2 trillion from the budget.
And you go, let's let the game begin.
the Elon Musk thing is probably afuera. The Elon Musk thing is maybe the most enticing thing for me of the whole thing.
Well,
which is I want to see him try to do what he did at Twitter to the
no, but it is
watching them all fail miserably because of how hard this, and even like Tulsi Gabbard's competent, but she can't attack the military. If they'll kill her.
If Elon
we'll
Musk,
see.
I mean, by the way,
he's going to walk into the White House with a sink.
for the record, would.
Dude, and Ron Paul is on board now, and they're
wait, is that actually true? Is that confirmed? Oh man,
yeah.
Here's the thing,
we were talking about last episode.
I would have voted for Trump this morning if I knew that.
Well, they don't need you.
Girls hate Ron Paul. Can we acknowledge that Ryan is incapable of pronouncing Buttigieg? I just said it.
But if he didn't own Twitter, Trump would have won this election. Most likely, he wouldn't have won.
I agree with that.
Yes.
Well,
dude,
we don't know. I mean, you're calling chickens, but you're calling chickens.
Calling chickens.
I am.
You're calling. You know what, Danny? From a clip standpoint, you know how there's a lot of podcasts that get really popular on clips where it's like, that's how you say it? That's not how you say the word.
Yeah.
If we leaned into...
just your mispronunciation?
You know, it all boils back to that old thing where it's like when a kid falls and someone realizes it's cute, once they realize it's cute and start doing it, it's not funny. It's like, there's something like kind of gross about...
Of course.
Like, you say something wrong and then you start doing it almost like on purpose.
Dude,
hold on, you mean all black people?
I've seen a bunch of YouTube...
There's a Rihanna song about how they all pronounce umbrella wrong.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, because you're like, once someone told you it's wrong, it was like, I guess it's like kind of funny when you're like, this guy's just loopy and his brain doesn't work that good. But once you're like sort of doing it on purpose, like on stage, if you like pronounce something wrong on purpose once, it's like funny. But if you do it like every time then go, I don't know why I said it like that, like it becomes
the 10th
weird.
clip of you calling it Paschetti is just not going to hit as hard.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I do see these like Instagram reels where it'll be like a totally like non-comedy, like almost like an info kind of thing, but they just purposely mispronounce a bunch of words. Because then the comments go, did you really pronounce it like that? And they it's like an engagement hack.
Well, now aren't like...
Bet $100 Canadian on Harris to win at 215 odds.
Yo, money's gone. I remember actually I did when 2016... I remember I had like this like bookie site that I used or whatever. There was like just like some Italian dude in Woodbridge, but it was like the mob, but it was online. And then when
Trump has so many votes.
Clinton was obviously such a favorite, and then when it started to flip and she was plus 1,000, I bet $100.
Wait a second, that can't be right. He's got 201 votes.
Electoral votes, yeah. But a lot of those are like Texas and whatnot, and
it's 40 on Texas.
Like he has 201, she has 91 right now.
Yeah, but she has.
But the big states are Arizona, Pennsylvania,
Florida.
Nevada.
California is like 40.
Right, but I'm still saying the swing
43.
The swing states are Nevada, Arizona.
It's literally just Pennsylvania and Michigan are really what deciding this. Yeah.
So the one thing they said, if it's by like a couple like 0.5% or something, and Michigan goes to her, they're like Hinchcliffe. That was a funny clip where Shane was going.
Oh yeah, it's the World War III.
Yeah, because of Hinchcliffe. He's a Ferdinand. What's the guy's name?
For Franz Ferdinand.
Although
I think he technically be more Gavrilo Princip.
What did he do?
He shot Franz Ferdinand.
Right. Yeah. By accident, right?
No, really, no three names.
No, just the two.
Really?
No, he's the one who shot Franz Ferdinand, which then started World War I. Yeah, I don't. We're at 93%.
You are right though, Danny.
But
I think you're making a good point, Danny, that you go, it is sort of a bit of a referendum on polls where you're just like,
no, it's over.
After polls you're just like, no one's listening to you polls anymore.
Polls are literally
Polymarket's the new polls.
Polymarket is the new polls. Yeah, absolutely. Because why would you listen to a pollster at this point? I mean, that dumb chick who had Iowa, she goes Iowa, which was like Trump won like plus 14 last time, and she's like, Harris is ahead 3 points, and you're like, okay, well your career's over. Right. You're an Iowa pollster.
Right. I'd fuck that lady.
Nice.
Someone sent us a video where they said all the stuff where it's like they're trying to take down democracy if you replace democracy with bureaucracy.
Yeah.
They're trying to ruin our bureaucracy. Donald Trump's trying to take down the bureaucracy.
I actually agree with that. It's like it's this funny thing. It's like where I'll talk to people and they're just the amount of Americans that are just very blind to shit that'll just be like, well, they're going to cut the civil service, and they go, Yeah, it's good. That's a good thing. I actually firmly agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, and I didn't vote for, and I wouldn't.
I mean, literally,
I don't
there was
like
this
the
gay
guy.
couple tonight that we were talking to, and the guy,
you
who basically was like, it was a couple, and the guy,
Yeah, we
one guy
fucked
voted,
both of those guys.
yeah, the one guy voted, the twink voted for Trump, and
he did.
and the non-twink voted,
Yeah,
for
he was bottoms for Trump.
bottoms for Trump, and the other guy was Harris or whatever, and he was like, yeah, I work in like basically civil service. So you're like, yeah, you just want to keep your shit going.
Should I keep watching or go watch Tim Dillon and Joe Rogan? I think what happens is when you kind of click back and forth.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm cooking back and forth.
What, are they live right now?
Before I went to do this show, I was watching live streams. I was probably cooking back and forth between a few,
What I actually want you to do is go into the Joe Rogan, Tim Dillon stream and be like, the BOYSCAST is killing it right now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's definitely streams. There's some streams of some fun.
Oh, they just released
By the way,
it.
this is the second most American thing I've done. Like, this is the second. Like, I spent 4th of July with all of you guys, and then now Election Day with all Canadians.
Look at the Dems
It's so
crying.
fucking funny.
We got over
It is
1,000
funny.
watching. We're cooking.
Yeah, we're cooking.
I do like that.
1,500 watching live. We've never done a live stream before.
That's pretty good.
2016, when there was a video of all of them at Ruth Bader Ginsburg's house,
Yeah.
and they're all like partying, and slowly as state by state's getting called, these women are having fucking panic attacks.
Do you think there's going to be meltdowns today?
Remember that cunt comedian who came into the corner? We were there we were doing a show that night, and Trump just won, and this chicken, I'm not going to say her name, she goes, Trump just won. What are we going to do? Nothing changes.
Yeah.
Stupid
You guys
idiots.
were literally in Canada.
Exactly.
We were at a
Well,
comedy
that's-
club.
But that's the thing. When
Was
George,
JJ at Imperial?
Yeah, for sure.
We were at Imperial
We were at
Comedy
Imperial
Club.
I remember watching it at Imperial Pub.
Yeah,
You guys
but
were
then we
at-
went to
in-
the
you guys
corner
were
right
in-
No,
after.
we went to the
Canada.
corner. We were at corner
Right,
first.
yeah.
That's the actual hilarious thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone in the world follows the American
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
following
dude,
this.
the's people in Spain watching this. Like, America's still the center.
Dude, you
of
know
the
how many
thing.
people who are watching this right now in Ukraine being like, we are so fucked right now?
Get out. Do you
Like,
think,
good
do you
point.
Think, do you think in the next 2 months that there's going to be...
Zelensky's watching this, biting his fucking nails.
Zelensky's fucking processing some returns right
But
now.
that's a thing that people said that's a scary thing, that in the next 2 months there might be geopolitical unrest.
There is geopolitical.
There's
unrest.
always geopolitical unrest after a presidential election in the United States.
But
Every
you think
single
more
time.
so now than ever because
If he wins or if she wins?
if he wins. Oh, if she wins, it's status quo.
Why do you think there would be more politically unrest?
Because I would think that the Biden and Harris administration would want that, because if something goes crazy, then they can stay somewhat in. I don't know.
I mean, they were already floating yesterday, Russian interference, and there was a bunch of bomb threats today at polling stations, and
Yeah,
they
that
were like-
happened. But
that was
here's
coming
the
from
thing.
Russia.
That's
so
always happened every year. It's,
I mean-
it's such a weird. The
question is, does Harris concede?
To be
or
honest,
is she going to milk this thing?
I actually would like if Trump wins and she says voter fraud. That's the funniest option.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
that's actually even
That's what I'm
funnier
hoping
than
for.
her winning the electoral. And him
I mean,
winning
that's the
popular
funniest option right now is that she comes out.
I mean, the funniest option, she loses, goes on Rogan, and she goes, "I wasn't ready."
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
And they ban election misinformation on YouTube.
Oh.
You know what? You know what's
Funny.
crazy?
That's the funniest option.
Trump on Rogan was the highest YouTube Rogan, right?
Yes.
Still less than Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp, though.
Is that true?
No.
Well, yeah.
That really took over the world.
Also, like, Cat Williams with Shannon Sharp, so much higher rated than fucking Kamala did like 1.4,
On Shay, yeah.
and he did like
82 million right now for Cat
Dude, I
Williams.
was surprised at I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna break the internet, but I was surprised how low Kamala Harris on Shannon Sharp. did.
Dude, there's two worlds. There's the internet world and there's like the mainstream TV world. She played the whole mainstream, went on SNL, did that. It's like it's a different
Did she-
world. She goes, I'm
yeah.
playing that side. Trump's
SNL
like,
ratings probably aren't that high.
No, they're way higher on like YouTube videos, and the sketch she did was like cringy and sucked.
Really?
What was the sketch?
It was the mirror sketch that they do every president, where it's like the impersonator's looking at a mirror, and then the real one's like on the other side of it, and then they're just
And they do that every
She's
time.
just cackling.
Yuck.
And it was brutal. It was brutal, but anyways, this should be interesting to see. But I do think she's going to contest it.
Do you think he's here in New York at
I mean,
Trump Tower?
that's so.
No, he's in
fucking
Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, Mar-a-Lago watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope he's watching.
Cenk Unger just left his own show. That's news. He just apparently stormed
good.
off.
Really? Do we have the clip of it?
Wow.
I don't know if we have that technology.
Here you go.
Wait.
Donald Trump. This is
Did the
real clear politics. Donald Trump expected to win Iowa after that chick said that he was getting smoked. So she's done.
Say that again?
The chick, there was the big story this week was this
Yes.
woman who's this famous pollster who was like,
tits.
that I don't know
Does she
about.
have big tits? Johnny,
see the tits
bring up her
situation.
tits.
Can we bring her up?
Pull up the jugs. She's like,
Show
oh, she's
me
like
her
old lady.
tits, Johnny.
Hey,
She's like an old lady.
I don't care.
Bring
Have you
me-
seen Nancy Pelosi's fucking rocking tits?
More of a Nancy Mace guy.
no, Nancy Pelosi has fake ones. These were like
Whatever.
old
Nancy
school.
Pelosi has fake tits.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny,
Come
we
on.
put the in our stream. Can we put that in the stream?
Right now, I fucking stepped on the thing. I can try to.
It's fine. We don't need to have it. It doesn't even matter. It's muted.
We don't
and
need to
there's
have-
Yeah,
just
yeah,
some
yeah,
guys
yeah.
milling
No,
around
we don't
and
like
shit.
tits.
If we can get videos up, yeah.
No, yeah, we don't like tits
Oh, you
or
can't.
whatever.
Oh, the cable broke.
The cable broke,
No, I mean it's frozen.
so you would take it out, put it back in.
Well, I could try, but I mean they'll see it live.
Now this is civil unrest.
Oh man.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
So you're saying that because you just got up and tripped that wire an hour ago, we can't look at tits during the BOYSCAST?
Yeah.
Basically. This is crazy.
It's goddamn mutiny on our hands here, people.
This is insane, fellas.
So I guess what happens is they have to have the BOYSCAST stream up somewhere, and then the other streams up somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. They're literally like, oh, fucking Pennsylvania just announced 400 more votes.
Show Ryan the old pig's tits.
What pig? Who are we talking about?
The one who called
Oh, the Iowa
Yeah,
pollster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're so right.
Seltzer and Seltzer.
You're so right about it.
What are you talking about? This chick?
Let me see.
Get this chick?
Yeah, dude, look at
Where-
the size of her tits.
Show it to the camera.
She's disgusting, but she's got great tits.
Those are great, dude. The bar with you is so low.
Oh, so low.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, very low.
Those are great tits.
Great tits.
Those are fucking
Well,
knocking
you're not-
against her knees when she doesn't have a bra on.
Oh, I love that.
yeah.
You really? You like
I like
a
that.
pointing down nipple?
I like
There's
when
nothing grosser
that-
than that.
that
I
thing-
think that's what keeps us all fucking young chicks.
He likes those things to be just like a plumb bob.
I don't want the nipples looking down.
Yeah.
I like when they're like orangutangy.
Ugh. Gross. But anyways, she's done because she fucking botched this because they just called it for Iowa.
Someone has a photo where they said the Tim Welts election party, and it's just a gay bathhouse.
Dude, he's got problems, that guy.
Well, he still gets to just go back to being governor of Minnesota. Kamala Harris is like
Done.
calling up Spotify and Netflix, being like, "So what's the next thing we're doing?"
She's
Oh,
getting ready to go.
right.
I mean, you're done in politics. I feel bad for all the Kamala Harris impersonators. She had a short.
I was
little
talking
run
to
there.
Sienna about
Sienna
that last night.
probably is like
Dude, I saw Sienna at
the
the,
biggest-
stand, and I was saying that to her. I was just like, "You
She's
better,
like
you're
literally
fucking, you're really
she's like a
helping
top
it."
three
now.
Kamala Harris impersonator in the world
She's
right now.
crushing it right
killing
now.
it, and you're like,
I'll tell you what's not going to
Trump
like,
impersonators are
Trump-
living large.
Trump impersonator.
Dude, who would have thought they'd get a 12-year career, eh?
Oh yeah.
well, that's just, and they'll get a few extra after.
yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
they'll always milk a couple.
That's
more.
like someone could be a proper Trump impersonator from ages like 25 to like 40.
yeah. You're
Make
like,
enough to retire. That's
Yeah.
all they did.
There
is
was a
one
lot of
guy.
a lot of
full
comedians.
full career.
Yeah.
lot of comedians who had no
I mean-
career that ended up saving 4 years
What
of their
was that?
end of the career.
What was the broad who got that fat check from Netflix that just like did nothing?
Sarah Cooper.
Yes.
Yeah, she just did the lip syncing.
the lip syncing.
Oh,
And then she was
right.
in the Seinfeld.
I'm surprised
movie.
she's not like back in the mix now,
Oh,
you know?
right. That was
Oh, it's almost like she doesn't have anything going.
Well,
She-
you can't just keep doing the same thing over and over.
What was that? 8 years ago.
The point I'm making is you can.
I guess.
Like if right now she was doing the
I think
Trump
the problem was they gave her that show and then the show bombed.
No,
so
I think,
hard.
but on that, I
Yeah,
think
she
what
did
but
one,
what
right?
happened is she was like, "Oh, I do these Trump impersonations." Then she got the show, and she was like, "Well, I'm not a TikToker anymore. I'm a celebrity."
Yeah. Let's do a sketch show, and you're like, you don't know how to do that.
Yeah, so they did the sketch show and maybe didn't work out, and then they're like, "Oh, go back into your TikTok," and she's like, "I'm famous now.
Yeah.
I'm not doing TikTok videos."
That's what I was going to ask you actually yesterday. How the fuck have they parlayed Haley Welch into such a big thing?
Who is Haley Welch?
The Hawk
Who is
Tua
Haley
girl?
Welch? Oh yeah, he doesn't know, eh?
Who's Haley Welch?
No, but
I didn't know
she's
that
got
was
a
her actual-
jewelry-
I'm like off the grid.
She's got a jewelry
The
line.
I didn't
course
do
she
it,
does.
boy. Is that who
You,
you're talking
didn't
about?
never, you're familiar with the Hawk Tour girl?
Yes, I am familiar.
So
with
now he knows all of a sudden.
Well, I didn't know that was
Funny
her.
how that
I didn't clock that was her name.
Haley Welch.
Oh, she's
got
a big
jewelry.
star, so get used to hearing that name, man. She's not going anywhere.
Dude, I watched 30 minutes of the podcast. It's terrible.
Yeah. Why,
You
why
weren't a big
wouldn't
fan.
it be?
You weren't a fan of the Hawk Tour podcast?
No.
did you?
I still watch 30 minutes,
Talk-
though.
I
Takes
know
me
it's called
2 minutes to figure
I
it
know
out.
it's
JJ
called
goes,
Talk
I'm
to
not
Her.
sure.
It's called Talk to Her.
Talk to her.
Yes, Talk
Good
to her.
name, actually. As far as
She's got jewelry. She said it's easy to
course she
clean.
does.
Just don't spit on it. Pretty
Yeah.
smart.
Her entire
It wasn't her idea.
She's doing basically what you're doing, is making it like taking one line and then making a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the Not a Pervert podcast.
It's
wish I
all
was that
the
big.
I didn't
not a
do
pervert
it boy.
lube.
I didn't do it boy episode of the
Yeah,
Simpsons.
I didn't
from
do it.
season
Yeah,
2.
say the line.
It's just the thing. Say
I
the
didn't
line.
Is that
do
what
it.
it was?
Yes.
Yeah, remember? Say the line.
I don't know.
Well, that's what
I
back
didn't
in the
do it.
day,
No,
the
it's I didn't
comedians
do it.
used to all
I don't
have
remember.
catchphrases, like the
Yeah.
"Get her done." Like you'd have your
Get
one
her done.
catchphrase, you'd make a
That
shirt.
Canadian guy.
Killer bees.
Hamburger.
Yeah, and it did. I'm sure it did become like a. You come out and they're like, you're like, I'm not going to do it. I'm an artist, and they're like, boo. And you're
Do
like,
it.
Get her done.
This interactive polls has Trump plus 2.4%.
Dice
How's
still
that
closes with the
possible?
nursery
in Pennsylvania.
What?
Dice still closes with the nursery rhymes.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. Right.
And Bert still does the
By the way,
machine.
I
That's
feel
how
like
it
the
is.
internet's starting to get JJ because this guy goes, JJ is a suck boy, but we love him. So I feel like, and that's a super chat, I feel like
Yeah,
that's the
people love
vibe where people, that's how we always felt.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel
A
like the
suck
internet
boy?
is sort of understanding.
What the fuck's a suck boy?
Yeah, this, but we still love him, you know?
We both know what a
I kn-
suck boy
I-
is. It's
so,
you.
So what are they saying overall, though, Danny? The Polymarket. By the way,
Okay,
that's
Poly Market right now is 92% for
Can I
Trump.
just say something?
So Poly Market's called it.
Like, look, if you think that, like, Kamala Harris, you are making fucking
You're-
bank
you're-
if you think this
if you,
is
yeah,
gonna
if you
turn around.
really believe that.
12
is
to
a
1,
great,
15 to 1.
That's a great
15 to
point.
1?
That's
Let's
a
just
great.
throw a couple $100 on and see what happens.
That's a great point about.
I did that with
Polymarket.
Hillary.
They're gonna rig
I
it
did
for
that
her.
with Hillary Clinton when she was similar odds.
He
Did
knows,
you?
He
Yeah.
knows.
I
every
actually bet on
dollar
Trump
lost.
last election because I did
yeah, I remember
the
that,
girls'
yeah.
stream. I think I got you to do it for me.
Yeah,
Because I
right,
don't know how
right,
to
right.
I didn't know how to work those sites.
Yeah.
So Danny did it for me, but the reason I did it is because I knew that they were going to be mad and I was going to be insult to injury that I just won $1,000.
Right.
I did not.
You did not. Correct. And Trump is actually looking like he's going to win the popular vote as well.
No.
Oh my God.
So this is. Oof.
Do you think that they do?
I actually might head down to Union Square after this just to see what's fucking going around down there.
No.
There's a 24-hour
here's
McDonald's
where we
open
go.
there.
we go up to Fox News on 58th Street. That's where we're going.
You think that'll be it? Well, actually,
No.
we're in Times Square right now.
You think
I
we should
think
turn the
times-
AC on a little? Are you hot?
It is on.
Oh, okay.
Ryan's having his hot flashes.
I'm having hot flashes because Trump won.
I can't believe it.
I'm with her.
Well, there's
Yeah.
not. What states have actually called it?
The states that have actually called it, I mean, we could get, like, the thing is, there's no such thing as states calling it. There's just people call it.
Good point from the chat. He says, remember when it was embarrassing to say you're voting for Trump? That was the biggest switch. Every person in
Yeah.
the woodwork came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like some crazy fringe thing anymore.
Well, now it's just. Well, that's the thing. It just became so embarrassing to vote for.
Yeah, it
for
was a bit
Biden.
of that. They made it uncool to be like a Biden guy.
Well, so-
like that became an insult where you're like, this
Well,
guy
so-
fucking votes for
okay,
Biden.
so
But
here
now people are thinking that, like, I actually think this is false. Like, so it's like somebody actually said it on the show you guys were on. Was that girl was just like, well, now it seems like there's a bunch of people who are trying to not say they're voting for Kamala, and I go, do you think women are not saying stuff? Are you fucking?
Yeah, going the other way?
That's not real. There's no there's no hidden Kamala voter. Like the women, like in those commercials where the woman's like winking. No, that
a pretty good point.
Yeah.
That bitch with the American flag either just voted for Trump or she told her husband, "I voted for Kamala. Fuck you." They're not fucking anyway.
There's not a ton of women
Yeah,
that
there's
are
not like an abusive guy.
By the way, what
Yeah.
a fucking mistake for not picking Josh Shapiro, who is
Do you think this is
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
think this is
the head of
also
Pennsylvania, the governor of Pennsylvania?
Okay.
Well, governor of
How about
Pennsylvania,
how about
and that's
this?
they're going to.
Even
They're down right now 130K votes. In
No, even
Pennsylvania.
more of this question. Do you think if they don't do that undemocratic coup and actually have an open primary for the president, that it's a different thing right now?
Maybe.
more? Yeah,
Of course.
That's more of the.
Well, also more importantly, do you go after this ends? Do you see people that are like super, like, you know, allegedly Kamala heads? Do they start being like, maybe we should make some changes? We did
I
this wrong,
haven't-
or are they gonna, or is it completely?
Orange Man bad.
Have you guys?
It's
Hold
a-
on. This is an honest.
Everyone's
question.
gotten more racist, kind of thing.
This is an honest question. Have any of you actually met a single person that likes Kamala Harris?
Yes.
No.
Really?
In comedy.
What do you mean?
No,
Yeah,
no.
for sure.
Definitely.
Corinne
Corinne
literally tonight when she's like,
loves her.
Corinne's like, I loved her in 2020.
No, she's lying.
She's lying.
I don't
agree.
doubt she's lying.
I don't think she's lying.
No, I love Corinne. She's lying. She's
Yeah,
lying.
I agree.
I don't know. She said she loved her in 2020.
She's Jewish. And she's lying. Like,
Half Jewish.
When she was the when she got announced vice president, everyone's at the least they started saying they love her.
she
then,
got
and
not
some people-
one delegate in the primary.
Yes.
Not a
And-
single
and
delegate.
Barry,
yeah,
by
but
the
there
way,
was
that.
no primary. Oh, you're saying in the actual primary?
In the primary she ran in, she got not one single
Yeah,
delegate.
yeah, she didn't do great.
Yeah.
I mean, is your argument that there's no people that say they like her?
No,
we
no,
know
no.
people that say they like her.
Well, like, but like, do you know?
Go to Union Square right now.
Yes.
Is that where everything
but,
is,
What
by
I'm
the way?
saying is in your personal.
protests?
What I'm
Yeah.
saying
Yes.
is in your personal life, right? I'm gonna assume your girlfriend voted for
Girls, and
So my girlfriend voted for Kamala, right?
yeah.
She was embarrassed about it.
Yeah, you
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
There's a lot of plugging your nose and just voting.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like, that's what I mean. Is like the Trump fan. Even
I have people in my family. Lots of people in my family.
Where's the bathroom keys?
they're Canadian. I'm talking about an American.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying though, people still feel that way, and it's
People in your family like Trudeau.
yeah, and some people don't. Yeah, exactly. It was like half and half.
I'm just saying, Canadian. I'm talking about like in your life in America, people that are eligible to vote in the United States. Have you met a single person?
And I'm telling
I met
you,
people,
yes.
I met people that were legitimately happy to vote for Joe Biden, that liked Joe Biden. I can't tell you a single person that I had a conversation with who wasn't voting for Kamala Harris simply because she wasn't Donald Trump. Like, no
Harrison
one.
Greenbaum
Really?
was there tonight. Yeah. Well, their whole thing was they started to be like
Does he
Trump's
just
Hitler.
like saying girl boss and that weird gay voice he has?
they're just like blue no matter who people. I don't know.
But that's not the same.
Well, but then they changed their, but you could say the same thing about like so many people that are red no matter who, and then now they're Trump guys. There's a lot of people that were blue no matter who, and then when it was Kamala, they backdated like figuring out why I actually love her.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But by now, she's been in the mix for 4 years, and now people have convinced themselves they love her.
No, they all hated her for most of the time she was vice president until she was the
yeah,
nominee.
dude, she was literally non-existent.
well,
she had-
you guys might be right on aggregate, but the idea that I know people that are like,
Oh yeah,
very,
that's completely false.
Well,
there
the-
are people who liked her. They were excited about her. Now how much of that is
Besides Montel.
they just like hate Trump so much that they can't, that is clouding their judgment completely in that regard. But there's people who are
No, but like,
enthusiastic
I mean,
about
like, I knew
Dude,
people
she's still at currently 42 million.
Chris is
votes.
also
42
not
million.
realizing how guilty so many white people are in literal metropolitans, right? There's so much of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Like they were kind of trying to convince themselves it was like Obama again in a weird way.
Yeah, some people are worried
Well,
about
it's
having to
definitely
find a
not
new
that.
gardener at fucking market rates.
You fucking kind of probably.
Not looking good.
Do you think that fucking, do you think the deep state has a meeting tonight? The swamp.
I mean, again, this
do you
is
think the swamp monsters have a fucking meeting?
Well, they're about to fucking get it out of their
the
pig slips.
gills of calamitous
Dude, there's a
intent.
lot of fuera coming for the fucking swamp.
Well, that's
Even
a-
though he promised that the last time and didn't do it, but
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like Elon Musk, Ron Paul, these people seem like they're better at fighting swamps. Maybe
hey,
Elon Musk has a pretty good track record of swamp busting.
I know. I mean, I'd be like, if I were him, I'd be
Swamp.
legitimately
Walt
concerned.
Disney King Swamp Buster. They gotta thaw
Yeah.
him out.
Okay, Trump on Polymarket 94-6.
So Polymarket is basically
Imagine the
Las
sucker
Vegas
right now
odds.
going all in on Kamala.
Polymarket is just literally a live handicap. It's the live odds.
Yeah, same as a boxing match.
Same as a box. Well, no, because the boxing matches. This is just a market.
But boxing matches are better off if you have 94%. You take that long shot, you still could get a knockout.
yeah, you can still get a knockout.
You're not.
You
There's no
can't-
real
no
knockout version
Oh,
of the
there
election.
might be at 4 a.m., Ryan. There might be a bit of a 1-2 haymaker
Couple
coming up.
pallets. Remember the
of-
pallets
yeah.
of bricks? Pallets of votes?
A burst pipe.
Binders full of votes.
You never know.
Oh, Andy Kim.
Shout out Andy Kim.
Shout out Andy Kim. Andy Kim,
Dog,
projected winner of New
Won the
Jersey.
Senate in New Jersey.
Asian senator.
The question is, how annoying does like New York City get? Because New York was huge for Kamala. She won by like she's up over.
That is a very
million
interesting
votes.
thing. How are we doing
May I-
on New York
She's
right
up.
now?
She's up 1 million votes with 80%.
May I throw this out there?
Yeah. As a New Yorker, yeah.
As a
native New Yorker.
lifelong native New Yorker, they put their thumb on the scale of the popular vote in New York by this is the first election since I've been an adult that there's no third party candidates
Right, you were
on
saying
the
that,
ballot. And it's like I posted something on.
We got 2,000 people watching, by the way, so we're officially live streamers.
Dude,
Yeah,
we're,
we're
yeah,
streamers.
we're
Pretty
killing
good.
it. We're
I guess
killing it.
Danny already is, but now I'm officially.
Oh, there's
a live
that
streamer.
Sarah Cooper bitch right there. That's
Is
a-
that her?
So in all your
No,
faces.
that's not her.
No, it could be though.
It looks like her.
Or yeah.
What did everyone say?
But currently, Trump's up. This is with I don't know how much of the vote coming in, but he's up 5 million votes currently.
You're right.
Now,
They do have some boring streams. There's one they just have like they're just literal like the GoPro footage of
CNN's
a
stream is just
Of
CCTV
a poll-
footage
of a
of
polling
polling
day?
stations.
Yeah, that's pretty boring.
I want to see a lot of live streams of like dudes yelling at poll workers that they're cheating. That's all I want to see.
Well,
it just goes to show you that these people that do this professionally do this every day, all day, and then we're doing this and only do it once a year, and we're as good, if not better.
Danny does it twice a week.
Yeah, I do it twice a week.
No, I'm saying in terms of politicians and political.
It's just you know what the biggest difference is? Whenever we do the BOYSCAST, I always kind of I should probably turn my phone.
No, but
on
they're not
airplane
doing
mode.
anything more unique than we're doing. We're just getting the
No,
numbers
they're just
coming.
literally analyzing.
No, we don't have
numbers.
a map to touch.
Yeah, we don't have the sick interaction.
No, but
Did you see that Onion sketch actually pretty solid. First Onion thing that they've put out in literally
No, they put stuff out all the time.
20 years. No, that was good.
Oh, okay.
First, yeah, they did this like interactive map sketch kind of thing. It was like really high production value. It was quite good.
Okay.
Danny's liking it.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the Onion. I used to love the Onion, and they haven't made a good thing in
Big onion guy.
since fucking I don't know early Obama.
Not a big onion guy anymore.
No, it's been terrible for literally 15 to 20
What do you
years.
think it is? They hired the.
No, because the super lib dude bought it, so I was
That's what I
actually
was gonna say.
surprised. Ben Collins. I think,
You want to know?
I don't know
Did you see the Mark Maron tweet last week?
about Tony? About how
Yeah.
his
What's wrong with that guy?
I mean, he believes it. He believes
No.
Here's the thing: the people are crying fascism. You're like, well, you mean fascism again?
Yeah.
Because obviously you.
Oh, someone just tagged me in a super. Sorry, you guys
Yeah,
continue.
go ahead. No, go
Yeah, this is my live streaming. I gotta
fine.
not interrupt. You guys are.
No.
Go on.
Especially you get a couple claws in me, man. I'm fucking on you.
Yeah, we're gonna be. But anyways, he said it's like,
Is it-
yeah, it's
is
good
it a
fascism.
3
You're like,
milligram
but
Zine over
that should
there?
have happened the last time.
What?
Is it a 3 milligrams in?
I know. Say, hey, fucking Biden Harris voter.
What did you get tagged?
I'm
I'll
with
do
her.
a 3 milli.
I'm with her.
What was the tag? You were saying it was an interesting tag.
Someone tagged me in a bunch thread of people saying that Harris could still win, and he
Oh,
says
really?
the coping mega thread.
Hold on.
Cope and seethe, Ryan Long.
Let's read it.
What's going over here with Ted Cruz?
He
They,
won.
they said
He won.
He's
he didn't-
incredibly unlikable and gets very, very close to losing every election.
He's in Texas,
But he's a
so-
big crypto guy.
Well, it's just he's in Texas. So
He's
you're
just
like,
an
he just has-
unlikable-
He's a Republican in Texas.
He's an unlikable hack. Trump hates him. Like, one of my favorite things from the first time Trump won was like when he was still in the primary with Ted Cruz. Do you guys not remember that hillbilly just like talking to Ted Cruz? And like, Ted Cruz is like, why do you like Donald Trump? Let me tell you something. He's a New York liberal. He's lying to you, blah, blah. And the guy just keeps going, lying Ted. There you go.
Yeah.
Lying again. This is lying Ted over here. This is like, all right, this guy's cooked.
If when he's doing his speech, he should be like, the first things first. Here's the 5 new nicknames. Like he should unveil the new nicknames.
Yeah.
So, do you think there is?
Dude, but hold on. Did you guys talk? Have you guys talked about like the thing that leaked where he was just like, I should just after the debate, he was like, a bunch of his aides were like, we should just start calling him retarded Joe.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Retarded Joe. Oh, amazing.
Do you think there's chaos today, or is it in January when he takes?
I mean, if they call it for Trump tonight,
Yeah.
which it's looking
Huge win for the Nelk boys who got
kind
having.
of
Yeah,
likely.
big
I mean,
win.
huge win for podcasting in general.
huge,
You think
huge
so?
win for
Massive L for mainstream anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big time. Big
You're
time.
right. This
the
is such.
pollsters, the TVs,
This
late
is a
night
game
shows.
changer.
Dude, the next
late night
election,
shows?
they're only going to be doing podcasts.
Dude, you're trying to tell me the
Dude,
fucking
we're all gonna
Stephen
be
Colbert's
fucking
showing
killing
up tomorrow and just playing us the same fucking tiny violin he played the last time?
I think you are
Yeah.
incorrect. Stephen Colbert is like, yes.
No,
another
yes.
4
Yes.
years.
He's gonna
Another
he's
4
gonna
years,
dance with the needles, but they're all gonna be full of heroin.
I
No,
just
but
think
Stephen Colbert is like, oh, I can keep doing the same thing I've
Sure,
been doing.
I
If
think
Trump was
less-
gone, Stephen Colbert's like,
His
what
career.
am I?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're
Same with-
slowly
same with
losing.
Kimmel.
You are missing that other part where to some degree the news is like, this is our spike again.
Well,
You know what's so amazing still? That whole like late night congratulatory, like when people do comedy on late night, like it's a big deal. I don't get that either.
it's like the thing is, it's for a normal person. Like if you just met some person on the street in Kansas and you go, I did the
Dude,
Tonight Show, they're going, oh.
Mate.
But you can call your parent
come
like
to
it's.
What do you mean?
So
I went to Column's fucking. I did the Tonight Show party because
Yeah.
I love Column and it was a
Yeah.
big deal for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one of the big
Yeah,
things
but he
is
did well.
it's kind of like so you can.
Well, that is actually
Maddie
the
Weiner
difference
just
is
did
that
it. She
Colin
did good.
fucking
But
crushed
you
it.
can
Maddie
call
did great. I
like
saw
now
that,
your
actually.
parents. You can call them and be like, "See, I'm not an idiot for moving to New York and
Right.
trying to be a comedian. Look at
That's
me,
the
I'm on."
Okay, so my mom.
And they can go tell other people and be
Right,
like, "Look
right.
at him. He's doing the late night television."
That's
I did
fair.
so well
That's
on.
fair.
I did so well on fucking Colbert. Maybe they'll have me on Legion of Skanks.
right. That
And
is
kind of that's where it is.
Yeah.
Dude, there are definitely 1,000% comedians that have done like 4 late night sets. If they were doing their press tour and they were like, "Yeah, I've been on Colbert 4 times, like could I do the Boys Cast?" We'd be like, you know what I mean?
But that's my whole
All right.
point.
I mean, look, Mike Racine's a nice guy. What the fuck are you guys doing?
Mike Christine will be
What
on
did
the
he- what did
Bath
he
House
do?
next week. He was just taking a shot at Mike
well,
Christine.
he's just
What
been-
late didn't he do one on the late night?
He's got more late night sets than like any of them.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's got like a massive amount.
Oh,
I'm actually not
Well,
taking a shot at
if
Mike
they go
Racine.
viral, they go viral.
I'm taking a shot at late night. I'm not taking a shot at
Yeah,
Mike
yeah, I
Racine.
know.
love him.
that's me too. Like it's not the comic.
This
it's
is
the,
no. This is gonna be a huge changing of the guards. I think I did my mic just cut
Yeah,
out?
your
Oh,
mic
yeah.
It
Yeah.
did cut out.
Is
Johnny,
might be
what
the
did you
cable.
do
Might be
again?
the cable.
Now we can't look at tits.
No,
I
it's
can't
fine. It's
hear
fine.
Danny.
It's back. It's back.
Jesus
Yeah, but
Christ.
maybe just
Someone-
put it like,
just-
you know.
Yeah,
Just get me a
it might have
bottle
just
of
been the
whiskey.
cable. Anyways, my mom
It's
just
always the cable.
DM'd me this, and
On
she said,
Instagram?
"This
Is
is
it her
on
tits?
Twitter." No, I
It's
think she's-
official. Some people are saying
it
it's
on the
official.
I think she's watching right now.
Put
Hold
it
on.
Get it up there.
Get the tits on.
Hello,
get the
mother.
Russian
Danny's mom, I
tits.
assume you have fat Jewish tits.
She's pretty sure she's watching right now. Hello.
It seems like
But,
who's watching?
My mom.
Oh, nice.
And, but anyway,
Hi.
she just
And
DM'd
you know
me,
who
and
else is watching?
right
Heather.
outside, masked Hamas supporters
Oh, is
have
Heather
flooded the
watching?
streets of New York City protesting the election.
Stop.
Right outside, right here.
Right outside?
Yeah, this is like,
Danny keeps doxing us by
Wait,
saying
wait,
where
wait,
we
wait.
are, but
It's New York
Wait,
City.
wait, wait. What happened?
Literally, the fucking.
he got one
Mujahideen
episode.
now are
He'll say,
coming
"Oh,
here.
this is what's on our left. This is what's on our right. You see what's happening across the street at this place."
Wait, what's going on?
Masked Hamas supporters have flooded the streets of New York City, and they're in Times Square.
No, they're just changing hands at all the gyro carts at the same time.
The changing of the cards.
changing of the sauce.
Changing of the carts is great.
Secular talk. Kyle Kalinske says, "I was 100% convinced the pollsters were hurting. I was wrong. These results are completely consistent with
Kyle
what the polls are
Kuklinski
showing."
fucking sucks.
Yeah,
What
he
does that mean?
Sucks so much.
Dude, he literally
Him
came
and
out.
Crystal, I don't like either anymore.
No, they suck.
Why? The other one, Sager, I liked.
I like Sager.
I think
like
you
Sager.
forget how much money. Like
still
when
fuck
Trump
with
starts
Crystal.
heating up, I think a lot of these people, you're just like, there's money to be made. And dude, if you are like leading up to an election, if you're gonna be like, I'm an anti-Trump person, there's money to be made in being a not Trump person that switches to Trump person.
yeah.
It's a good month where you get real heat on that.
Shank-
but I think a lot of it was
Shank's
like
coming.
Shank's coming. What?
You think so?
No.
What?
Oh, not the other one. What's the chick? Anna Kasparian. She's like pretty much almost on board.
Well, you know what? They probably, you know what? Fuck them.
Michaela Peterson says it's very satisfying to see mainstream media slowly
Oh, shit.
unraveling in desperation.
Yeah.
89% of the vote, and Trump's up in Georgia. That's big.
Yeah, he's gonna win. I mean,
Not a real place, as Danny mentioned.
Yeah, not a real place.
Did you
There's a
think
bunch
it
of
was
guys
Georgia
named
right?
There's
Sure.
a bunch of guys named George. I mean, I know a fake name.
No,
for a
it was.
state when I see
It's
one.
all George Foreman's children. That's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna also go with that joke we said in the green room 2 hours ago.
I respected
Can
it.
we?
I wasn't
can-
going to call you out.
I mean, I think we should do something bold and call the election first.
Maybe the boys cast. Ladies and gentlemen, the boys cast is called right now.
Yeah, with Polly
Just call
Market.
it-
like that would be as big a deal if Joe
Guys,
Rogan calls it.
we're calling it for Ralph Nader right now.
The boys.
Should we call
the
it?
boys cast is. Let's. You know what?
It's official.
Let's
The
call
Boys
it.
Cast is
The
called
boys
it.
cast is calling it.
11:02 p.m.
Yeah,
11:02 p.m.
At 90.
Do you think that gets reported by other networks that the boys cast is called it?
Let's see what Frank, Frank Luntz
The
is
fellas
saying.
have said Trump wins.
fellas, the BNN News Network has now weighed in on it.
in no.
Are you calling it Johnny?
California is just called for Trump. I'm going to call California for Trump.
Oh wow! In Dearborn, Michigan, which is where the huge Muslim population, Harris.
Boo. Oh,
It's
sorry.
all
Harris got-
it exploded.
Harris got smoked. Got by Jill Stein.
Really?
Trump 332, Stein 293.
I'm gonna put- you know
Harris
who's
81.
not-
I'm
Do
gonna
you know
throw
who-
this out there as a hot take. I would rather fuck Kamala than Jill Stein. I'm just gonna throw that.
What
out
does
there.
Jill Stein look like?
Not good.
Old lady.
Okay.
Not good.
Yeah, like and
Short haircut,
environmental hippie.
short
yeah.
haircut,
She's gross.
pantsuit, old Jew. I'm not.
She's disgusting.
I'll tell you
Kamala
who's
Harris
not happy
fucking-
right now. I'll tell you who's definitely 100% not happy. And you were talking about the women who were lying about their views or whatever. Cheryl Hines has to be like, God damn it.
Well, now he's out of the house. At least he's got a job. He's
He's a-
gainfully employed.
Dude, can you imagine?
He's gay, but he's good.
What is the RFK cum sound over? Like, you know what I mean? Like all those,
Now we're talking.
all those photos of like all those like videos.
What
of,
would
like,
that sound like, Chris?
Actually, you're wrong.
It just sounds like a guy choking on his own
Cheryl
vomit.
Hines is going to love it because people like her want to be close to power, and now you're in the inner
think
circle of
so?
the White House. That's
Huh.
yeah, that's sick for her.
You think
She's
she
kicked
wants
out of
big
Hollywood
power?
for a little bit, though.
she's got a but whatever. She did
Whatever, she's fine.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
She's married to a Kennedy.
She's married to a
Gives
Kennedy. She
shit.
did Curb Your Enthusiasm. She's probably not. She'll never get a role that'll top that.
She's going to get to go to a lot of fancy dinners and stuff.
Oh, she's gonna get to go do the funnest shit.
I mean, still would.
yeah.
Oh, I thought
She
we were
is.
just
fine, yeah.
Yeah, we're just being misogynistic.
Nothing wrong with her.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, her, Aniston, those are still.
Latino men are going for Trump. 10-point margin
Shocking.
In general?
Shocking.
in general. But yeah, but the
Oh,
the
have
thing
you
is,
guys
the
done that?
Cubans-
Hold on,
the
wait.
Cubans
Where
love
do you
Trump.
get your haircut?
What do you mean?
Like, where do you get your haircut?
If your
don't-
point is from a Latino guy, I do not.
he does not.
No, yeah, but this is what I'm saying: is any of the barber men?
No, I don't get it. I don't
They're
go to a
all-
Latino barbershop. I don't like the Latino barbershop haircut. This is a Latino barbershop haircut.
Then they do the line on your eyebrow.
They
You're
do
like,
the
I don't
line
need
on
any
your
of that
eyebrow.
shit.
They
Line
shave
on
the
the
sides
eyebrow.
way too much. They can't even hear you over the music.
They put a Zorro in the back of your head.
Yeah.
I liked it. I actually really liked it.
They got a parakeet on their fucking shoulder.
pirate shop.
Yeah, people just come in and fucking start fist bumping.
Exactly.
And they fist bump you, and
And he's still cutting. He's
I'm
shaving
not a-
your head while he's
I'm not a
fist
pundit, but
I'm not a pundit. Well, yeah, looks like maybe this will be called. I thought that was my main prediction. I was like, this is not going to get called Night of, but
It will,
that
it
was your
will.
main prediction.
Yeah.
Danny's predictions are fucking getting hit right now because you predicted Kamala last episode.
Did you really?
well, I thought there was going to be malarkey.
Fucking
I thought there was going to be.
I thought she was.
malarkey.
I actually did think she was. I thought
I
she
said
was gonna win by a lot.
55-45 Trump, and I've been saying that. That was my. That's what I said. I don't know if
That
when I
doesn't count
started
as a
saying that.
prediction. Just stating the polls.
I'm not giving myself props for my prediction.
Yeah. You got to
I'm
put your
saying-
balls on the line for a prediction. That's what you got to do. Ryan just sits on the fence, being like, "This is my prediction."
What do you think these pigs?
I didn't
talk
know.
I thought there was going to be malarkey.
I had no-
I actually, you know what?
couldn't
I
tell.
grossly overestimated.
Why do you
how
keep
much
on saying malarkey? Did you just learn it?
It's Biden's word.
So yeah,
You keep on saying it though.
Yeah.
He has been saying
You
it.
said
I
it
like
3
malarkey.
times.
I like
yeah,
malarkey.
I like malarkey.
No.
Dude, for someone who's the old
But you've noticed that he thought he just added it to the vocabulary.
Yeah.
skullduggery and malarkey.
Skullduggery I like. Skullduggery's nice.
Skullduggery and malarkey. What do you mean?
Nothing wrong with skullduggery.
Skullduggery is Mike Tyson's favorite word.
He says it a lot.
Dude, do you ever watch that Tyson documentary where he just keeps saying?
If he beats
skullduggery?
Jake Paul, that's just like wins after wins.
Yeah, that's not malarkey.
Oh, JJ's got the lozenge going.
Sorry.
Good for
Yeah, you want
good for audio. Just
Yeah,
this
great for
fucking
audio.
lozenge rattling around against his gross ass teeth. That's fine. I don't know what I was saying here. But this is what I was saying. I grossly
way-
overestimated how much chicks were going to show up because of the abortion.
The election-
thing.
oh, sorry.
Like making it their main thing, and I guess just
They're all too busy.
People
having
care about the
abortions.
economy.
We have a super chat, Danny.
All right.
The election was framed as a battle of the sexes. Can we call this as an official win for the boys?
Looks like women remain defeated.
Yeah, well, it definitely was like a bit of a gender divide. It was like she was speaking to girls.
Do you
he was
think
speaking to
Biden
guys.
steps down for like?
That was what you said. You said that his
months?
campaign got a little too broy, which I got what you were saying.
But do you think Biden steps down for 2 months
And
just to give
she
her the
take-
Kim Campbell treatment in Canada?
Oh,
and go,
Canada, right.
and he goes, you can
I
just
don't
be
even know who that is.
Kim Campbell was
Canada
the
had a
once.
only Canadian prime minister.
She had only Canadian prime minister, but she wasn't voted in. They stepped down, and then
and
she
then,
got.
so she was in for 2 months.
She's
It
a
was
real-
like when they let the female goalie play for like a period.
Literally exactly what.
Oh, like she ran the
Manon
Zamboni.
Real.
She was the
Yes.
backup.
No,
And again, it was down 10-1, and they're like, just throw her in.
in the
for-
90s. And like
That's like when a
90
retard
Bay.
makes a basket. What
the
the
Tampa
Yes.
Bay Lightning, they had a female goaltender in an exhibition game.
And when she
Remember
was,
they had the kicker for college last year or 2 years ago? They're like first female kicker, and she punted it like 4 yards.
and not only that,
Is that true? Yeah.
word around the campfire is that when she took over for the 2 months, the Parliament smelled like dirty fish.
That's what everyone says.
She was just Lucy from fucking Peanuts.
Yeah, basically. And they were like, all their kickers were hurt, so they go, "Who's the best girl on the soccer team?"
Stop
And she
it.
stunk.
Stinkers.
Mike won't stand.
The fucking Kamala Harris of kicking.
This is a weird one. Why is Donna
It's an
Brazil
interesting hairdo
even
on this
allowed-
one.
No,
I guess
she's-
we don't
why
mind
is she
stream, but-
allowed on TV?
She looks like Unbreakable.
But she got
She looks like
caught.
fucking Samuel
Just
L.
if
from
people are
Unbreakable.
wondering, we're watching the ABC stream right
So
now.
Donna Brazil was caught rigging debates for Hillary.
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah, she was
And they can't even win when they cheat.
can't win when they cheat.
That's the real question.
But also her haircut, though, she looks like the Tales from the Hood guy.
Doesn't she? Right. But it was probably hard for them to do any funny business right now because remember, like, it's kind of like when you shine a light on a rat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there was
On
two,
a
there was
Democrat.
but there's a lot of shining on. You know, it was probably a lot of eyes on every move
Yeah.
that the
Yeah.
polls. Like if you worked
Well,
at an
that's an
election
Elon- that's
station, there
an
was a lot
Elon
of
thing.
eyes on that.
That's an Elon thing because 2020, all that shit, if that got posted on Twitter, it would have been taken down, where now it does not get taken down. That was my whole point about election fraud, where in 2020, any kind of stuff like that would have been taken down and struck, like on your YouTube channel. You would get
Yeah.
strikes for it, where now you won't.
Who
So-
we have to really be concerned about right now is Hunter Biden, I think.
No, he's gonna get a pardon. No,
You
no,
think
Trump
so?
will pardon him.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what
Oh
happens?
fuck yeah.
Trump will put him in the cabinet?
Dude, Trump will pardon him just to be like, I'm such a fucking good dude. You
Yes.
guys are all such pieces of
Yes.
shit. He's like, I'm totally against like prosecuting your political rivals
Yes.
and stuff, and that'll fall into that
It'd
category.
be great if he
You're
pardons
You're so
Hunter
right.
Biden, but then locks up Hillary. That's the move.
I mean, dude, he's gonna be doing
It's-
some
I-
crazy.
Sanders wins.
Yeah, Sanders.
Oh, hold on. Actually,
Longest
here's the thing.
independent, right?
Trump promised the libertarians that he would pardon Dread Pirate Roberts from the.
Oh
Pirate
yeah, no, yeah. That's
You think he will? You think he'll do it?
one.
What
Fucking
about
Russ Ulbricht's
Russ
getting.
Russ Ulbricht.
Russ Ulbricht out of jail
No
day
way.
one. That's one of his day one promises.
Why didn't he do that for 2016 to
'Cause it
2020?
wasn't-
Why didn't he do
Tom-
that for all my friends that are in jail for selling drugs?
Well, did your friends get fucking 400 years?
no, but enough for
So-
it to be
Well,
to
yeah.
matter
So,
for me.
Pirate Bay and Russ Ulbricht.
No. He's Russ Ulbricht is Dread Pirate.
Is there
Roberts.
any other
okay,
interesting
okay.
stuff that's happened? Like
I thought there was two different people. I know he was Silk Road.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was his name on the Silk
Okay,
Road,
I didn't
was
know
Dread
that,
Pirate
yeah.
Roberts.
By the way, being a black guy in the news and wearing a suit that is clearly marketed as eggplant colored,
We bought it at the
not a
Steve-
good
we
idea.
don't have
Steve
this on the
Harvey
screen
collection.
though. Don't forget, we
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
they
this on our
can't, they
screen.
can't see it. So, yeah. I mean, there's no point of you
Oh, I'm
watching
sorry.
this.
I thought they could also.
The internet
see
has better information than this, anyways. Huge win for Twitter. Huge win for.
Yeah, I'm
X.
sort of our Twitter correspondent right now. Danny's the YouTube correspondent. I'm the Twitter
Dude,
correspondent.
huge. No, this is just in general. This was a huge
Sorry, I'll
blow.
check. I'll check 4chan.
Huge blow for all mainstream
Yeah,
news.
Chris is the 4chan correspondent.
Mainstream news dropped the ball here. And Twitter, this is a big
Luis
one.
Gomez is weighed in. If whoever wins the presidency is going to determine whether or not you are successful, you were never going to be successful to begin with. I've been actually having that conversation with a couple of people that I know that Chris says that, no one, there wasn't the diehard Harris people. I'm telling you, I knew some and I would see them at the comedy clubs. And I was having that conversation being like, you need to uninvest yourself a little bit in this.
Yeah.
It is crazy that people.
Well, it's like, you need to be able to be like, this is my, but like things you can't control, period. You can't let them control you like that.
Are
You
they
just
going to
hold
smash
it-
stuff in New York?
Oh, tonight.
Like, are windows getting broken in the next 48
Oh,
hours?
I forgot to look at the chat. Hold on. I'm the chat. I'm doing too much here.
Yeah, welcome to my life.
Can I-
I'm the Twitter.
Welcome to
Danny,
my
could you take
life.
over Twitter correspondence?
Yeah,
while I
let
look
me
at the
check
chat?
Can we?
A lot of people on 4chan are saying "Happy Birthday, 4chan."
Trump 94%.
Ryan, bro, please do a buttercup. What does that mean?
I don't know what a buttercup is.
what a buttercup
lot of anime girls on 4chan.
Yeah.
It's just anime.
A lot of anime on 4chan.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to the French bettor dude who put his fucking balls on the line betting 40 million on Trump.
Yeah.
Really?
That guy bet 40. Yeah, I just watched an interview with him like 4 hours ago. He broke down why he bet on Trump, and he goes, "The polls are all so fake."
Hey.
Like literally, like he's like, I looked at polls and they would say like 1,100 respondents, and then it'd be like 400 Trump.
Holy shit! They're
and
saying
then the
California,
percentage didn't.
There
add
are
up.
California districts flipping in the House.
Well,
Right.
California and Northern California is pretty.
So
Republican.
what's
It's
the
just
as a Canadian? I'm curious. What happens with the House when they take control of the House? Is that stuff for like?
Well, I mean, you don't want.
Well, if there's a House majority and a Senate majority,
That's what people were worried
then they
about.
can
That's
get
what they were
shit.
very worried
the
about.
best case scenario for America, generally, obviously people will disagree with this, is one of each. because then like it's
And
you
that's
have
the
to
theory.
cooperate to get
Right.
shit done. When it's
No
both
checks and balances.
when
then.
it's both, they're just like, we're doing all this shit.
Has that ever really happened with big change? Like, what were the big changes?
No,
that
it
happened?
actually hasn't. Like, there wasn't a lot of huge, other than the Affordable Care Act, which
Right.
was like, I mean, largely not that big of a, like, it was mostly toothless. Like, other than that, like, Obama had like a year of supermajority, and the key.
And they didn't do anything.
Ohio goes for Trump.
Yeah, that was going to happen anyway. So
Yeah.
So what's the
Where's
close
Pennsylvania?
race right now?
Where's
What's the big
Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania, at least I don't know the numbers on Pennsylvania. Actually, I can.
Well, but it says they just called these. I'm just listing
these
out
are
stuff
what
that
they
was
just
just called.
Should we order some pizza?
Harris wins Rhode Island. We actually just had pizza.
Really?
Yeah, we had a lot of pies. You said you were going to meet us there, and you never did.
Wow.
This is current Pennsylvania with 74% of votes in. Trump is 51.2%.
That's too
up
close.
200,000 votes.
It's too close to call.
Chase Oliver.
It did, JJ. There, we're reading off what
Yeah.
was called.
Well, this isn't called. There's still 74%.
Oh, I'm looking at what's
But the
called.
thing is that might
We
include
have a lot
like,
of correspondence right now.
if that includes like the super blue areas, then they'll go because they know how the other ones kind of go.
Okay.
So, anyways, it's and Polymarket has
This
Trump.
really is also another. Again, like, do not bet against Elon Musk. It does feel like, eh?
Don't.
Polymarket.
It's like this guy
Trump
can't. This guy
91.
never loses.
Never
No,
loses.
Well, the Boring Company didn't really do much.
What's the Boring Company?
That was
The
his
tunnels
yeah, the
to get
tunnels.
around.
and-
I guess the tunnels have never really come. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the chance right now on the markets that she wins?
6%.
Wow. What
Yeah,
a
50
what,
that's
$100. Let's throw $100
That's
on that.
16.5 to 1.
I'll throw $100 on that.
that's
right now.
wow. 60 is 16.50.
Basically 6 cents buys you $1.
Yeah.
But okay, so how much? So in this election compared to the last election, how much of it will come down to the mail-in ballots coming in the next few days?
I think so. I think this year some rules have changed, but I think the way it's maybe looking. I mean, yeah, 5:30.
What about this time 4 years ago? Where was it at?
Well, so that was the thing. Remember, Trump was winning, and then in the middle of the night, like is that graph, that meme everybody posts, where it's like it was literally Trump was ahead and Biden was behind, and then there's like a straight vertical line on the chart as it goes.
Wow,
Who's
that's
that?
that's a tattoo
Oof.
that you're gonna.
Who's that
Oof.
big?
Has a dude has a Kamala
No, but
Harris
who's the-
tattoo.
who's the
Chest
guy?
tat.
Hey man, I got a Toronto Maple Leaf Stanley Cup champion tattoo. Can happen to the best of us.
Do you really?
No, dummy. There's a lot of people that do though.
One day that tattoo's
One
gonna.
day, all I gotta do. I have the date not filled in.
Yeah, but it
Can we
says,
get Van
it says
Jones crying
It
at
says
all?
19, and then wait, Van Jones cried on TV.
There's no
He's
crying
gonna
on
be.
Twitter. There's no crying videos on Twitter yet.
Not yet.
I'm telling you, people have their phones out on the street trying to get crying videos, and no one's really getting them
So
yet.
do you think there's malarkey in the streets of New York tonight?
Yeah, from the sounds of it, right now, right outside.
So it's
Danny's been, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this. Danny's has a side gig where he's been tweeting funny stuff, trying to get a little laugh on Twitter outside of the stream.
oh really?
It's 4 tweets since we've been live.
Oh wow!
So Dan,
I should have brought a laptop too.
They're all just like Chris's funniest lines. I'm just tweeting. That's my own. Like, oh, that was good.
do you-
The man's addicted.
Yeah, that's a good
Hold
one.
on, my girlfriend just texted me. I guess I didn't save democracy.
look at Chris Christie.
Or maybe you did.
You know what? I'll
Not
also,
a fat pig.
If after there's like an election in 4 years too, I'd also like an apology from the democracy was over people.
They lost that argument the last time. They said democracy was over. Someone put a supercut together.
Yeah, but they had
today
they had a
from
better
2016.
argument that time because they were like, well, January 6th and all that sort of stuff. But
no, this is 2016. Everybody said democracy. The Colberts, the Kimmels.
yeah, and but
democracy was
their
over.
argument is and he tried not to leave, and we were right.
yeah.
Right? You see what I'm saying?
Maybe she won't leave. Maybe she'll be like a jilted girlfriend where she's like, I ain't leaving.
So here's a question for you.
I'd like to see the Democrats do some malarkey.
Oh,
so
you
just
see,
so
it's a good word.
Yes,
Dude, I
because
love
then you can-
malarkey.
Malarkey's good.
It's great. It's fantastic.
But if you know what I'm saying, if they do some malarkey, then it'll be fun to watch them do the malarkey.
Absolutely. Well, the thing
And
is,
if malarkey never works all that great.
no, it
you
never
know?
works. But the thing is the Democrats very much made themselves out to be the morally superior party. They go, we're above doing stuff
Guys,
like that.
the important
Yeah, you're right.
That's
you put
what I
your
want.
finger on it. I knew that there was some reason I liked
They're like,
it.
we're better than doing shit
Yeah,
like this.
that's
and
why I
I want to
like
see
it.
them just being like, no, you're not. Go do it. Go.
What do you
fucking
mean?
January 6th.
You're right.
Go storm the Capitol.
January 6th is.
He tweeted that 5
That's
minutes
not
ago.
mine. January 6th is not mine. That's been on the internet.
Okay.
By the way,
I
the
didn't
most
just
important
invent
thing that we
January
can
6th.
bring
I wish
from,
I did.
The most important thing that we can bring from tonight is that a week from today, I'm releasing a half hour of stand-up
Fuck
comedy.
yes, you are.
Burn after.
Over
Say.
2,000 people
Chris
watching
Say.
right now. Our stream's
sick.
cooking.
Yeah. Burn after.
I keep
Say.
forgetting to look at the chat. Fuck.
Can I tell? Can I plug a Chicago show on Saturday night? Then
You can do whatever the fuck you need to
Chicago,
do.
Lincoln Lodge, November 9th.
You know what?
That's
It's
a great
little,
venue.
You know what, JJ? You'd think that maybe when you're on my podcast and my live stream, you'd plug my dates that you're performing at before you do your other ones.
Sold out. You're
But I'm-
sold out on.
See, I would
No, we
have.
have one
I
left.
would have done that.
Oh, you are?
We're doing 4 shows in Chicago. One is not sold out. JJ's doing those. He's taking the.
Fucking
I'm
malarkey.
funding his trip to Chicago so that he can go do his
Wait,
own
you're-
show.
you're
and he's trying to usurp me.
You're counter programming.
No, I said he can do it. I think that's fair. It's like we do these weekends, and then JJ does his show on the Sunday, and people can, if they like him a thing, they come to his, and he's
I
there,
thought
and
it was
it
all
makes sense
sold
for him.
out.
Everyone worked for everyone. I don't think JJ. I don't think there's too many people that are like a fan of me that are like, I'll just go to JJ's and I'll not go to yours.
Right.
So I don't think it fucks me that much. However, when you're on my stream, we're gonna
When
stick
you
to
fucking with Ryan Long's money. When you fucking with Ryan Long's
now
money.
now you
That was
But now
You don't fuck now, JJ.
that was
now
not
you fucking with my money.
that was not intentional malarkey. I thought they were all sold out.
No, that was skullduggery. What you just
Yeah,
said.
actually,
That was actual
That actually
skullduggery.
was skullduggery.
Well, that was unintentional skullduggery.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you fucking with my money.
There's no such thing as unintentional.
Can we cut that out of the live podcast?
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
live.
Yeah, it's live.
It is live.
Johnny
Who
said
is this
yes.
broad? Kana?
Well, you have to give the
I
explanation
understand.
as it
I'm
was.
watching. I'm watching a lady on
Catch me in
ABC.
Corinne this Saturday
Kano-
night on Fox News.
She's not
yeah.
bad. She's pretty good
Kana
looking.
Whitworth. Yeah,
Yeah,
Wood.
they don't. You're not allowed to be on TV unless you're not somewhere.
Illinois.
There's some uggos on TV.
Johnny keeps turning my thing. Just leave my thing. I'll adjust my my.
No,
Head?
I put it back.
Oh, I thought you turned me down.
It was just when you guys were live.
Oh.
Don't worry about that. I'll notice that I'm loud.
Well, I guess he's saying we're peaking.
Adam
You're
Schiff
clipping on it.
winning in California.
Okay.
Not,
I'll
not,
turn my
not
headphones
the
on.
Adam
Good for the
Schiff from the
Schiffmeister.
NFL.
Good for the Schiffmeister General over
Not
there.
Adam Schiff for the NFL.
Some people in the chat saying let's get hammered.
I'm pretty drunk.
Yeah, you've been fucking.
I
I'm
actually
getting after it.
noticed that you were a little slurry.
Oh, I
yeah?
knew. I
Yeah.
noticed that on the
Oh,
way
yeah.
over.
You hold it together though. You could be
yeah.
pretty drunk, but there's little tells.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. You guys know me well enough to know
Yeah.
that I've been drinking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
you guys think- so do you
you guys watch me drink a ton of beers while you guys are
Yes,
doing Corinne's
correct.
podcast.
Do you guys think Trump ends the wars?
Yes.
Which ones?
The two main ones,
Forever wars.
Israel and
Those
Ukraine,
are barely
Russia?
forever wars. I mean, they're
I
new
mean,
wars.
well, Ukraine, Russia, we're in year 3 almost.
There's no way he can't end it.
Why?
Why not? He's gonna be
Ukraine
like, yo, you want some more money? How about go fucking suck an egg?
Move back, leave course.
Well, he's not giving them any more money. You think Ukraine's just like, oh, sick, Trump won. We're getting all the money. We're getting the 50.
Oh, that's
He
fair.
literally calls Zelensky the greatest salesman in the world. He goes, every time he comes to America, he leaves with $60 billion.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah. Like that's, I mean, now maybe it's through no,
Well, he certainly. I don't think he can.
Congrats on the special, Chris. HSR rules. Stand cast forever.
There you
Let's
go.
go.
The standing cast is my.
We got some faggot heads in the building.
some faggot heads.
Some fagus.
He didn't like faggot head.
That is so funny that
I
there's,
didn't hate it.
there's a fact.
I can't really get mad at it. I've been dealing with it my whole life.
I would imagine.
But the funny thing is like they took the MAGA thing and then they like there's merch
Yeah.
that's with your literal
my
last
literal
name.
last name.
You're like unique. Nobody has last name.
Yeah.
And there's now merch.
A lot of Brazilians actually.
Oh, that's
Brent
Yeah,
Pella,
South
my boy
Americans.
Brent Pella has weighed in saying if you voted for Kamala and she loses, I don't know how you don't at the very least start questioning the DNC for all the bullshit and lies and corruption and manipulation that they did.
I think that's fair.
The
How
question
you-
is,
how
do
you
you
haven't
think they
been
will
doing-
at all?
No.
Drinking game. Every time Ryan cuts someone off,
Yeah, guys, we're only human. Come on.
they don't know what. See, these people don't know what it's like to be the Twitter correspondent. I'm running the super
No,
chat.
dude, you're like the fucking Wizard
And
of
then- and
Oz.
you're
He's,
the
part
lead
of the
mind.
he's also part of the problem because half the time I cut people off because I'm reading a super chat when
Right.
they come in, and if I don't get it quick enough, it
Then it goes away.
disappears.
Well, no, it goes to the
Maybe
top,
he
though.
wants you to cut people off so
Oh,
he can
they
get
go to the
drunk like-
top?
Yeah, they go to the top. So
Well,
you
yes.
click on them.
Okay, see, I'm not a stream
Hey,
expert like
okay,
so I can let the super chats go and
Oh,
then I
yeah.
just click on them.
Maybe he just wants to get drunk like Fega and
Or you can just
wants to
scroll
keep
up,
on
or you can
cutting
just
off.
scroll up and get
Yeah, we
to
can.
them.
Well,
guys,
then-
we could just get drunk.
Yeah. This is fucking.
Should we order more
Trump's
pizza?
No, I'm good.
No, we should order more
already ate.
claws.
We just ate pizza.
Danny had 9 slices
This
of
is
pie.
Donald Trump's America right now.
I had a half a
We
slice.
can get drunk.
Like a mo.
Like a mo.
Mo's good too.
A half slice.
Mo's a nice word.
Yeah.
This guy's a
Yeah.
fucking Mo.
It is good though, because we would have got if Kamala won, it would have been 8 years of Kamala.
You think so?
100%. Incumbency.
Hundo
By the
P.
way, incumbency in general
Danny, stop
is
breathing
the
into the
number
mic.
one indicator for gambling
Someone
odds
said
historically.
Oh, sorry.
So
Do you know that this is the first election
So
that
Bush.
there hasn't been? I read this today that there hasn't been a
Oh, a
Clinton, a Biden, or a Bush
At the
since
top of the
At the
ticket,
top
yeah.
of the ticket since 1976.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because there was Bush twice with Reagan,
Yeah.
then himself,
Yep.
then
Bush was
then he ran
16 years.
Then he
terms.
ran against Clinton,
Yeah.
then Clinton,
Clinton, then Hillary, then Obama,
then Obama, but
Biden, Obama, Biden, Obama, Biden.
Obama, Biden,
Clinton.
then Clinton, Trump.
That's crazy, dude.
Trump, Biden.
That's like the kind of stats you'd hear in like a kind of banana republic.
Yeah.
Like
Since the-
3 last names that have been on the top of the
Since
ticket.
76.
76.
Well, imagine it had just been Jeb Bush versus Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
That would have been. I mean, like, luckily he just sucked so goddamn much.
Yeah.
The please clap thing was the thing that ruined him. Right? We can all.
I don't remember that. What was the
So
first thing?
he was. It was literally the thing that sunk Jeb Bush in the primaries. Was just like he did a thing and he says this like gotcha thing.
Oh, and he said those.
But it was like a small like nursing home thing, and he just went, "Please clap," and then everybody started clapping,
Oh.
and then that's when just Trump just lapped him.
Yeah.
I thought that was like one of his.
That's when he
notes.
started calling him like boring Jeb.
Yeah, he was supposed to be.
Please
He,
claps tough.
No, yeah,
he was the guarantee to win that year, right?
everybody assumed
Yeah.
because
What's he
of the
do-
same stat that Danny just mentioned.
What's he do now?
Probably cry a lot by himself.
Jeb Bush. He's a fucking multi-millionaire from the most famous political
Yeah.
family.
But he's still in the game, or is he just?
It's just probably golfs, fishes.
Yeah,
Has a good
he's got
time.
real Cooper Manning vibes.
Yeah, 94% for Trump right now. On public
Those
record.
pigs on the View tomorrow are gonna be crying.
Oh my god.
They still haven't called it, eh?
No.
No, it's
well,
too-
they
too far
are.
away.
The thing is, the actual. They're like. They don't jump the gun on that stuff. Like they won't do it till they actually.
What do you think the oinkers on The View are going to be talking about?
What about fucking what is it? Maya Rudolph's going to play Hallelujah this Saturday night. Do it again. Bill Burr's hosting.
The
this week.
slop is going to be
Dude,
coming at us
Burr.
really hard next week, man.
Burr's fucking hosting.
well,
Yeah.
they literally got Burr to do it because they were like, he's got a black wife. She's definitely going to win.
Yeah, I wonder if
Remember when
Burr
he-
had a monologue planned for both ways.
Remember when she gave him the finger? Burr's wife gave Trump the finger, and then he was like, "Ah, it's my fucking wife."
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
No, but like everyone
He handled it well.
Yeah, because everyone sort of at first it was like people were. It's kind of felt a little like people are making fun of him and all that stuff, and then he was like, "Yeah, that's the good thing about this country. She can say what she wants to say, and you can say
Yeah.
what." And it was a pretty good response. I think.
No, he's smart. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Look at this. This one's a hot one too.
Yeah, Kyra Phillips on ABC News. ABC
The
doing a good
newscaster chicks are hot.
Yeah.
job. Yeah, there's something very hot about the newscaster look.
Yeah, well, because it's a smart woman. Because most women are dumb.
Yeah.
Either you're saying that CNN women,
God, I'm
they
sure.
all smart gals.
I mean, all the newscasters.
Yeah, we still gotta wait. Yeah, they still can't call it without Pennsylvania.
It's getting closer now.
It hasn't gone up really much.
No,
Since
it hasn't gone up.
This is a pretty big spread right now, though.
No, I mean,
Well, but you
Yeah, but
can
this
get
is what it
fast.
looks like.
what's Pennsylvania 30?
I guess this is what happened last
19,
time too. A little
Also,
bit, not
like-
as much.
Also,
Are those Zins packs?
West Coast,
They
West,
Can't see it.
Oh,
Stop
What?
making jokes about what's on the screen.
West Coast-
We had an incident.
West Coast bowls are still open for a few hours.
They
Correct?
just gave California, Oregon, and Washington.
yeah. So basically,
So that'll be huge.
Nevada or Arizona. One of them will close.
Nevada's a swing. They
What-
don't
one of-
have zero. They have it hasn't released yet.
One of them will close when it's 1 a.m. here. So it's
Yeah.
10 o'clock. So that's Nevada.
Yeah, California. They've
Dean
already
Withers
given
says, "I
it.
hope Trump loses" on Twitter.
Who's Dean?
Him and Harry Sisson.
I don't know.
These are the
guys.
white guys. They're like white. They're like young streamer dudes for Harris.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're still Pennsylvania. Like they don't have it. Oh, Minnesota is still. No, that's Tim Walz' state though. How could he?
I mean, this is gonna
Dude,
be a lot.
Minnesota is currently. This is only 17% of the vote, but Trump is ahead in Minnesota. Dude, if he wins Minnesota, holy shit! That'd be,
the
that's what
biggest
Tim
loss
wants.
for Waltz.
Oh, I mean, that'll be like one of the biggest like presidential campaign blunders ever. You're like
Dr. Preet Patel, who's hilarious.
Yeah.
Said-
yeah.
He goes, Kamala Harris is not my president, and then not Jerome Powell says, "Why are you a Trump supporter?" And he goes, "No, I'm from India. He's not my president."
Oh, that's an old.
I know, but someone just reposted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Greg are the funny ones. You think it's the
Yeah.
same people?
no.
Him and
You know,
Freaking
Greg.
Greg is not the
Greg
same person.
9282777. Who is that person? How are they so funny?
He just blew up on Twitter. I don't
But
know.
how are there?
someone says that Canadian state broadcasters are having a meltdown.
Oh, I wish we could get the fucking CBC feed up right now.
Why are they so upset?
Well, because they're very much worried about the Trump thing because everybody accuses Polyev of just aping Trump's like whole messaging and everything.
Oh, okay.
And so they're worried that they're about to get
right.
10, and they are. Canada is about to get
So
10 years of Trump, essentially.
Is
in
is
Pierre
Trudeau
Poilievre.
allowed to run again?
Yeah.
How long's he been in there?
I don't think there's term limits in Canada. There's no term limits.
We're talking about the American election right now, JJ.
Who gives a shit about fucking Canada? But anyways, yeah, that's
So when do you guys want to run this till? Are we going to stay till 1 in the morning?
No, like midnight-ish. I don't
Okay.
know. If you got to leave,
Yeah.
you can leave. I don't know. We're cooking.
No, I'm fine.
That's what
yeah. But it's not. I mean,
Just kind of want food again.
you never know. I'm still leaving the window open for a little malarkey. I wouldn't.
Yeah, we don't know if there's going to be malarkey yet. That's the problem.
Because she hasn't won Pennsylvania. It's just not going well for her. But
When do they call Minnesota? I'd like to know. That would be a
they're
nice
waiting
one
on
to
that
see.
one too. They're waiting on Minnesota. They're waiting on that one. Oh man, if Trump's speech tonight, if he wins tonight,
Oh, it would be
Oh,
great.
my
There's no
God.
way.
Am I
there's
wrong
no
to
way.
remember that though? I thought I remembered that he did his speech
He
like
did.
around
It
this
was like,
time.
No.
No.
it was at
No,
4
it was,
in the morning.
Yeah, it was very late.
It was
I
like
guess I was up watching it. Though.
No, I was watching it. I remember it was 3 or 4 in the morning.
There's
Back
no
when we were all 4 years younger and cool.
8 years older.
yeah there's no
different
way
time.
there's no way they call it this early.
No, it's too early to call. I mean, I don't know really.
But there's
Johnny, turn me up like a little bit. I just find myself yelling.
so it's still 94% for the
Poly market's 94%, 95% right now
Wow.
for Trump. And for the swing states, he's 91% for Pennsylvania.
Tim Robinson lost.
What are the
The
actual
actor from
Yeah.
the show?
Dude, that Detroiter show that he's on is pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, good show.
Yeah, I'm
He
into
makes some good stuff.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
What? All right. So what is like? All right. Front page of Google. What are they
Oh,
called?
there was. Did you see that there was some
Page of
malarkey
Google.
about Google?
Isn't it just a search thing?
Well, Google is a malarkey.
Well, our friend
No, they'll
sent us
put it
this,
in.
but basically Google. This is Danny. You probably.
I saw
have
this.
the grand
They
scoop.
had a kind of explanation for it that wasn't so crazy. Basically, like if you searched earlier today, where do I go to vote for Harris? It like showed you a polling station, and if you go, where do I go to vote for Trump? It just showed you the news. But nobody searches that. Where do I go vote for Harris? Their explanation, you can say it's bullshit or whatever, but they're basically like, there's a county called Harris County.
Oh,
so then
okay.
our search was because they were like, if you search that for where do I go to vote for Vance, there's a Vance County, and they go the same thing happens for Vance. Because there's
no,
a
but I
county
mean,
by
like,
that
if you
name.
just go like U.S. election, it'll just
No,
tell
it's-
you
yeah,
what
yeah,
the
it's-
aggregate is.
they have
calling
two
what.
Google Google uses the Associated Press. They have 230 to 187
Okay.
with Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Arizona, and Georgia all.
And
still
then
in
Nevada,
play.
New Mexico. I mean, Virginia is going to go to Trump, but they
Danny's
don't.
better at being an actual correspondent.
Yeah,
like having
Danny's good
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah, he sort of.
It's kind of crazy that
I'm just
like
looking at the map.
Google shows Robert Kennedy's,
looks like a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
and
to
it
me.
says that he has 421,000 cast votes.
Oh, for sure, dude. There was a bunch of ballots where he was ahead of Chase Oliver and Jill Stein.
But so the
Yeah, he's
controversy.
still-
if that was Dave
nationally-
Smith, he'd be winning.
the controversy was that he asked not
did
to
I-
be like he tried to get off.
yeah, they tried to have him removed, and then they wouldn't to fuck
Not
Trump
to,
over.
right,
not
they
to bring it
would've.
back to the chick thing when like Dave might have been the libertarian, and Dave could have been. The
Yeah, Dave Smith almost was.
He chose not to be the libertarian nominee. My girl just was like, "So like, what happens if your friend Dave wins?" And I go, "I don't What? First of all, Dave can't
We
win.
be smoking blunts at the White House.
I literally was just like, I don't know. It seems pretty sweet that I have the
Impossible.
president's fucking
Robert
phone
Kennedy
number.
has,
You idiot.
dude.
Yeah.
Chase
Like-
Oliver has 4 out of, I think, 100 million votes cast right now. He has 424,000 votes.
It's not nothing.
RFK,
That's not nothing.
RFK has 10,000 more, and Jill Stein has 10,000 more than RFK.
Who's Chase Oliver? I don't know.
He's the Libertarian Party candidate,
okay.
but they all hate him, and they're like,
Well, he's like the
No,
left
they
wing
don't know.
libertarian
The
guy.
Mises caucus guys hate him, but like the actual
Caucus.
like the
Right,
the
there's
average
two parties
the guys
of it.
who voted for Gary Johnson or Joe Jorgensen don't
yeah. But
hate
Gary
him.
Johnson got like 5%.
Someone says something funny that's going viral. He says, if Trump wins, don't think of it as second presidency. I think of it as the United States, America's attitude era.
Be good.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're fired.
So this guy says Chase Oliver's the worst libertarian candidate in his lifetime.
Do you think if during Trump, if Trump
He
does,
is. He is, but I just don't think it's that. He definitely is significantly worse than Gary Johnson or Joe Jorgensen or any
Yeah, he stinks,
Bob Barr
yeah.
or whatever. But like, they're all still the people who just vote Libertarian because they are Republicans but won't vote for the Republican Party candidate just are voting for him. You know what I mean?
I was kind of thinking that too. I'm like, who is that person? Because I don't know that person.
Yeah.
I think it's someone that like was a libertarian like 15 years ago, but then got caught up in all the like progressive stuff. But then they're like, I still like, I'm like a libertarian writer. I'm like a professor. Like it's
Yeah.
their
He's like
identity.
he's a
so someone that you're like
reason.com guy.
identity's a
Intellectual.
libertarian, but
Yeah.
you got into like identity politics and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But you didn't want to like drop your libertarian, like that was in your handle. And you know what I mean?
Well, by the way, the amount of people were just like seeing a shot of like the ABC studio in Times Square. The amount of people that are like sitting outside in Times Square watching election, like,
They're rioting right now. There's a fire, and they're gone.
oh, okay, good.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so.
There's some shit going on in Times Square.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, I told you all the fucking.
Right now, there's shit going on in Times Square.
Yeah, this is the videos from. I mean, obviously, I can't show other people.
Hold on, let
but
me
this
see.
Is,
Right now, Times Square, it's getting wild.
Oh yeah,
I
this
saw
is,
Sneeko post that he saw someone
Shit,
crying.
I should actually take my
Yeah, there's-
my buddy Bill
there's-
is working at the
this
Patriot
is-
Channel on Sirius right now.
I mean, there's not. I guess like there's no violence or anything, but it's all the pro-Palestine people are out there. But they're the ones who shit usually fucking pops
yeah,
off.
they do stuff. They're very bad at driving. They keep hitting lots of people at a time.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
so
Times
weird.
Square is packed right now.
It's weird. It's not New
Packed.
Year's.
It looks like New Year's.
oh,
all-
wow.
With all just Palestine flags.
So it's all Palestine stuff there right now.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. She got killed in Dearborn, where you're like, that was the huge Palestinian kind of, or not Palestinian, but like Muslim population in the U.S. is Dearborn, Michigan, and she lost to Jill Stein. So they were like literally like, you're a genocide or whatever, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was running, dude. She was running ads. She was running basically different ads, and like so in Michigan, she was running a pro Palestine ad, and in
You can't get away with that malarkey these days.
Pennsylvania
Yeah,
for
I
the
saw
Jews,
that.
she was
Yeah.
running a pro Israel ad at the same time.
She was
Stop
flipping. She was
it.
flipping. Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so funny. And then people just put them back to back.
It was on
Yes.
CNN.
Yeah.
CNN like covered this. being
What did
like-
they say?
Like she's not a good look. It's like, yeah, it's pretty fucking brazen.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Is that just you have like some young people running the campaign where but those ads are big money. There's a lot of
That was a
eyes on those ads.
that was a very much like, hey, we'll just run the one ad here and the one ad here and make everyone
It
happy.
is brazen to think you can get away with it. I think the part of that is just like we have the cover of the media is going to back us up.
Exactly.
They weren't expecting CNN
Yeah,
to
they didn't expect
scab on
the
them.
CNN fact check.
No, they do definitely don't expect that. They expect the CNN defense.
Yeah.
There was one guy who walked off. I saw this on Jimmy Dore today. He walked off. I think it was like the Washington.
Barack Obama says, "I'd like to come out of the closet." Imagine he just comes.
I
out and
ain't
says
hear
he's
no
gay.
bell.
Oh, Connecticut.
Yeah, there you go. That's about right. Oh man, everybody's Thanksgiving is gonna be lit this year, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, all the fucking Trump supporting dads and their liberal college age daughters.
Good.
That'll be fun.
I'm gonna be in Texas this year.
Doesn't he look exactly like Chase Oliver? I keep referencing the TV,
Yes.
sorry, but Bernie Moreno looks exactly like Chase Oliver. So yeah, I mean, this is
So you think it's basically a
Wow.
wrap? It's
Unless-
Ohio was
what are poly
flipped.
markets at now? Danny's our poly market correspondent.
95%.
So Ohio flipped. How did that happen?
No, Ohio's always red.
No, it says the incumbent is Sherrod Brown.
That's just one Senate seat.
Oh, that's the Senate. Okay.
Yeah. That's. I don't think that's for the state. That's just one of the Senate seats because they have like multiple things going on.
Right,
Although
okay.
abortion and weed didn't pass in Florida.
Really?
Yeah,
Which
and
is
Trump was
kinda
saying,
crazy
Trump
that
told
we-
everybody to vote yes.
What were they voting on in the abortion? What was it?
15 or 16 week abortion.
What do they have right now?
None.
I
Or
think it was.
none.
No, it wasn't none. But now
14.
it's going to be 6 weeks.
It's
Which
bad.
is honestly surprising. Like the
Yeah.
I really
Especially if
thought
it's a
that the
prop.
chicks were gonna like angry chicks were gonna show up.
So
and-
what do you think the weed thing
angry
is now?
Latin chicks were going
It's
to show
still
up.
medicinally legal, and everybody I know in Florida is like you can just smoke weed. The cops,
Well,
cops don't have
I
to.
went to a couple stores. Will those stores be shut down now?
You didn't go in Florida.
Yeah, I was in Fort Lauderdale a few months ago, and there was a store.
I
That's
aborted-
probably yours.
I aborted a couple of
Delta
fetuses
9.
myself.
Delta.
in
Delta
Florida.
9's legal.
Yeah.
Was
Like
that?
I used Delta 9 to do it, but I aborted a few fetuses
In Florida?
In Florida, I'm still going to be allowed to do that, right?
Within the first 6 weeks, you will.
Okay, good.
Crazy, Texas. You can't even get it. Texas has like no exceptions for abortion, or almost no exceptions. Period.
I
But
actually,
what's the like? It seems like you could just go one state over.
Yeah. You can
well,
go
I actually have a.
So it's like kind of.
I mean, that is crazy. You got to go one state over.
Sure, but it is like there's probably not. You have to be so broke to
Yes.
not be able to go, and the guy has to be so broke to not be able to
So
take
I-
a train.
Yeah, for sure.
Take
You
a
hop- you hop on
take a
an
mega bus
yeah, you
for
take a mega bus.
$12.
Do you not have a? I have a theory on the Texas abortion thing. I think why they're so strict on it there, despite the fact that, like, look, abortion is wildly popular. People love it. It's fantastic. It's a great way to spend an afternoon.
Or morning.
But Texas is really fearful that it's going to turn blue. So the best deterrent to
They keep-
more blue people coming there
Oh,
is
interesting.
pretending to be vehemently anti-abortion.
That's a great. That's
It's a
great
good theory,
point.
but it's just like it would require more coordination that's happening, right?
No, I actually just think that is an actual thing.
But you think that's what individual people voting think?
So they're basically showing how they think Harris can win. So basically, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada, and Harris wins if those go that way.
Oh, so they're saying
Yeah, the swing states are still in play. Those are all
Yeah.
swing states. They're still.
So
but
how- which
I
is
think
what
they're
matters.
just saying.
The-
Yeah, 70% chance of winning.
What do you think she's
North
doing right
Carolina.
now?
Flicking her bean pig.
Think she's pacing around? You think she's pacing around? Or she's
I
fine?
don't think she wants to win.
Really?
Yeah.
I think she wants nothing more.
You think that's why she didn't do Rogan?
So
Now, I'll tell you what, the next Democratic candidate is going to be doing Rogan.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not going to make that
Well,
mistake again.
this is from Rex Chapman's most recent retweet. He's basically retarded, and we're gonna go to check what Keith Olbermann's up to in a second.
Oh,
You guys think, see,
man.
Danny's,
I
you
have
are Danny. You're good at streaming because you
Yes.
know what to do.
It's called broadcasting, right?
I have to piss, and I
Yeah, go.
really just want to know what
So,
Keith Olbermann.
anyway,
you got to take the key.
Okay, let's do Keith Olbermann because this is just a retweet. Keith Olbermann is probably having. I mean, Keith Olbermann, I believe, was saying like once this election's over, I'm leaving Twitter. I think he was one of those.
No way.
So here's his last
Well,
tweet.
and
It's
Rob
from
Weiner
two
after.
hours ago.
Wow.
Do we have a Justice Department statement on the in real time Russian Trump election interference bomb threats, or is Merrick
Wait, hold on.
Garland-
Start
What
again.
a
Start again. Start
faggot.
again.
Keith Olbermann's 2 hours ago. Do we have a Justice Department statement on the in real time Russian Trump election interference bomb threats, or is Merrick Garland in another coma? Question mark POTUS. Anybody going to? So essentially, they had those bomb
He's saying
threats.
it's.
And they've been priming it that there's Russian interference,
which
this time.
is impossible
Come
to
on,
find
Keith
out.
Olbermann. This is what we wanted.
Oh my
I
star!
want Keith Olbermann to be a full-out election denier. This is
Here-
what I need.
Here's the next good one. Rob Reiner. What's that fucking
Rob Reiner, and you know what?
funny idiot?
I like this game where we name off people and see where
That's a
they're at.
that's a good one actually. Rob Reiner.
loser. Fucking loser.
His last tweet 14 hours ago.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's a retweet of Tim Walls that says,
So-
it's game day. Let's win this with the pick six offense.
So Keith Olbermann is Cuban. What's Cuban up to?
I think I bet he's probably silent.
Cuban has
Mark Cuban, Mark Cubaniski, 4 hours ago. We are thrilled to be donating 150 bikes to families this holiday. So he's off politics.
He's off politics.
He had a good time with politics. but that's all.
Cuban's done with politics.
That was a crazy time.
Anything from the powerhouses of the Sacs or Chamath?
Oh, Calacanis.
Oh yeah, Calacanis, that's one.
No, but he's actually kind of.
I love this game, by the way. Great game.
He's kind of been saying he's currently live with Newt Gingrich. So
That's an interesting
Are they
one.
singing?
dude, Calacanis is literally gonna be like, called Trump the whole time. I've been a Trump guy this whole time. Love Trump. That's what I've always said. Trump's the shit.
Is All In doing a live?
And look, there is still a chance that there's some there. I know I'm overdoing this, but there's a chance there'll be some malarkey. This shit.
Someone in the chat says that Cuban's priming himself to run, so that's
You
possible.
think so?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't think that was his plan.
First Jewish president.
I don't think that was his plan, but I think that he got a taste of the life,
What
and I
it's
think he
like.
seemed to like it. So
That's a good point.
I think that Cuban, when he was doing all his interviews, he was doing campaigning for her. I think he did like it.
And you think it's a lock that maybe the next ticket after Trump's out will be J.D. Vance and Vivek.
I liked. To be honest with you,
that'll be a tough one to beat.
I
man.
like
Those guys are great.
J.D. Vance when he was
Yeah.
on
I liked him on
Dylan.
I like him on. I didn't listen
I
to
didn't.
Dylan.
I didn't listen to Rogan.
I feel like a lot of Republicans and people that I know don't like him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I was asking Danny about that too because I was like, he seems so normal and he gets like so
He
much shit from
seems
people.
so normal. He seems like Tim Dillon was just like.
We know a
busting
lot
his
of tech
balls.
guys, and they were like they worked with him, and they're just like guys. They said he's a bright guy. Like
Yeah.
he was the type of guy that you give him a project, and you're like not worried about if it's going to get done or not, like in a good way.
Someone said that movie. Donahue was telling me that movie is no good that he made. Hilly Billy Homo.
Shout out to Fuckonomics
I think it
from
was-
Marshall Brennan.
Oh fuck yeah, Marshall! I think it was nominated for an Oscar though.
Yeah, but Ryan Donahue says not good.
Okay, so then I guess it's not good.
I guess so.
One guy didn't like a movie, so I guess it sucks. I don't know. I haven't seen it. If you drop in the chat if you've seen Hillbilly Elegy and whether or not it's good.
Hillbilly Elegy.
I heard it's not good too.
Oh, okay.
I heard the book is like a really good book.
Well, I don't read books.
And I heard,
so
yeah, I'm not reading books. You're not gonna catch me reading books,
you
man.
can catch me.
Now you fucking with my money. I also heard that the book was good and the movie was not good.
Okay, that's possible.
This is the beat on the street, man. I'm just telling you what the people are saying.
This is the Vance book.
Yeah, apparently the Vance book was good. The movie was not good.
So he was
yeah?
broke growing up.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was what's the book's about.
No, that's not what the book's about. The book's about people in the mentality of the people in like I guess I don't know what the
Yeah,
area
that's-
you call
yeah.
what the Appalachia. But it's like they're kind of like forgotten, but at the same time there was also like an undertone of like not their own fault, but he was kind of saying they have like a victim mindset to some degree,
Right.
but also the system is working against them, and
Right.
you know just like
So-
think of it as kind of a mix of those kind of themes, and from the. As in many cases, the movie didn't do it justice.
Sure.
Right.
Because
Okay.
Hollywood gets involved, and they probably had a bit of a different agenda of what story we're going to tell.
Yeah. Here's an interesting.
You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Interesting tweet from 4 minutes ago from Bill Ackman. It says, "It is absurd that CNN refuses to call states that have clearly been won by Trump in order to create the perception that the election remains close. Perhaps this is simply to retain viewers to drive advertising revenue."
Is this
That's
what's
nothing
happening?
wrong.
Right,
I mean, that's fair.
is this what's happening right here now? Is that what's going
Well,
on?
that's what they're saying. Nobody
You're
wants
right,
to
though.
call it. I mean, dude, they call it. You
They're
turn the
probably
TV
making a
off.
fucking $1 million an hour.
Dude,
right
this
now.
is like a football
Oh,
game where
more
this is
than
a
$1
football
million.
game where you just literally decide when the clock
Right.
That's what they
like when
did
the game
first
ends.
time, pretty much.
What, Johnny?
That's what they did the first time.
Yeah.
in 2016.
Well,
So-
that makes sense. You
which-
can't hate them for that.
Which no, you can't hate them for that, and also too, it makes it for a good night of hanging out.
Trump is currently 96.4% to 3% on.
Wow.
3 cents buys you $1 right now.
If you still believe it, it's like if you're a moron if you're not doing it.
Oh, if you believe that she's gonna win,
Lackawanna County.
god damn, that's some fucking. This thing is.
I'm telling you, man. Elon Musk, the guy's fucking winning factor.
Oh man, never bet against him. that got.
What percentage do you think that was Elon's getting involved?
A huge part of it. I mean, dude, the fact is like X is like Bill Ackman tweeted this also, but he's like, everybody says X is misinformation. And you're like, no, they've been saying this on X for a year. Misinformation's everything else.
That was my point an hour ago. There's just certain people in life you just don't bet against because you know what? They just have the will. They have the will at 43 years old to fucking find a way.
And they're fearless. There's an old.
What are we talking about?
You know what?
Elon.
He was talking about Elon.
Elon is not.
They're not afraid. I'll tell you what JJ has. That he has.
Is it your birthday today?
No.
I know it's
This
like,
month.
like in the next few days.
When's your
this month.
birthday?
I'm not a birthday guy like you.
I'm not a birthday guy. Danny's a birthday guy.
I'm not a birthday guy, but
I'm not a birthday
Danny
guy.
walked
I'm
in-
not a birthday guy.
Danny
but-
walked in at the BOYSCAST at 12:01, and he goes, "It's my birthday yesterday." And I go, "Oh, happy birthday!" He goes, "Too late."
Too late.
I'm not a birthday guy either.
No, I'm not a birthday
I
guy.
hate birthdays. I remember we were going through the customs, or not the customs, we were about to board a plane, and she goes, "Oh, it's your birthday." And he went, He just
Although one time when I was in Arizona, I was renting a car on my birthday, and the guy was like, "Oh, it's your birthday," and then he upgraded me to a fucking Mustang. When I had like this
Wow.
like piece of
Yeah,
shit.
that's
there
I
you
had
go.
literally like the worst car booked, and then he says, "Oh, it's your birthday," and he gave me like the fucking sickest Mustang.
Well, that's what you want.
Yeah.
No, but I was saying that there's a saying where they're like, your success is linked to your ability to be embarrassed in public.
Sure.
And I think there's some truth to that, where it's like JJ's success is 100% linked to his ability to be embarrassed
So
in
you're
public.
supposed to be embarrassed?
Well, you get to, because in order to do something big, you're gonna have people laugh at you because you're gonna do it wrong. Like, and you're not gonna do it right
right.
always.
Yes, yeah.
Like your thing is specifically being in public or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like,
Well, even stand
if
up.
you have like no shame, it is a superpower.
Yes. Well, I always...
And I think it's an easier superpower to have when you're younger. I feel like
Or
when you're in
gay.
high school, I feel like
Yeah.
people have the most shame because they don't want to stand out. And then but you're in your 20s, it's a superpower. I think people, as you get older, people get more shame. You know, now you build a life. You have people that know you. You don't want to be
Right.
like, oh, now all these people I know watch me go like fail at doing something. Like a lot of people don't
yeah.
want to be like
Oh.
seen going to watch you fail.
Oh,
That's also
stand
why.
up.
That's also why so many people don't quit stand up because they've been posting about it on Facebook. So
Sure.
now they can just keep posting about.
They
it.
can't move to the new thing,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
think that your ability to be, just
eat it.
fail publicly. Yeah, I think it's maybe there's lots of versions of this, but your
Right,
ability to fail publicly and have people like laugh at you.
It's the stand-up ones. By the way, you're so right. This election has probably been over.
Yeah, probably. Well,
Yeah.
we
I mean,
called
dude,
it.
I'll tell you this. I
Yeah,
was.
yeah, we called it. What was it, 11?
11.
It's been called by a
11:02
it's been called by a
PM.
prominent
Prominent
Yeah.
think tank.
prominent think tank, prominent
Dude, you know what
broadcasters
was
on
like,
the internet have called
you know,
this.
obviously you say hindsight, but even like I would go look at any pro Kamala post on Instagram and like anything that was posted, even her own posts, and you would go look at the comments and they were all just like Trump 2020.
That is true, but if you look at the
Yes.
likes, I saw some shit being
Yeah.
like, "This is why Trump's the worst," and it had 100.
But I was like, I would be expecting like, some being like, yeah, you go girl.
That's on Twitter, though.
You're-
Mostly,
No, this
right?
is Instagram.
On
You're
Instagram.
You're very right. I saw that. I didn't think of that, but I always saw that. Anything that was like down the middle or even left, Trump 2024.
Yeah.
People this is our theory.
That's
Even
very
when we were making
interesting.
content originally, like all the stuff we were doing, the whole thesis was we're like, all of my normal friends think this, but they act like it's a crazy opinion. And my opinion was all like, no, normal people do think this. And the backlash against the crazy shit from 2016 is just like enormous.
So, what do you think we talked about this a couple weeks ago in Saratoga. Where do you think the direction of culture goes with him winning?
That's a good question.
That might be the $1 million question.
That is
I
the
mean, I
$1
think
million
everything
question.
has to. I don't know. I want to say everything relaxes a bit, like they don't
No
go just
way.
back to 2016. But
No,
It's not gonna be like
dude.
that. It's
I
not
think
gonna be
here's
like
the thing.
that.
I think if someone,
You think it becomes more
they
actually
go-
normal finally?
No,
in the last
I don't.
10 years.
No,
I
he's
wanna-
saying it becomes more normal than 2016,
That's what
which
I
I
mean.
agree.
yeah,
That's
but you
what I'm
still
saying.
think
it still ramps
we
up
like
from-
lose
it-
ground.
it ramps
like
up-
cancellations come like
We
are going to
lose-
be coming
You
on
think
the
so?
horizon.
Yes.
I don't know.
Because
We
I've
lose
sent
some
a lot
ground,
of
but
DMs.
it doesn't get that bad.
Yeah, I agree with Chris. I think that's what happens.
Like yeah.
It ramps up, but here's the thing: it's not profitable or cool. I think people are going to start doing that stuff. It'll work a little bit, but the person doing it also gets hate. It used to be you You go
Right.
cancel someone, you're a hero.
Right.
You know, right now it's like you can go cancel some or whatever it is. You go, make a stink about this thing, but also it's not free anymore.
So
Right.
So for the next 6
like
Well,
weeks,
like, I mean, like
said.
maybe
So
like
for-
TV.
Your comment section is
TV
fuck you.
comedies, for example.
so for no look.
Is it going to be worse than the last 4 years?
So let me put this out there. For the next couple of months, it will be this thing through January when he gets inaugurated. If he wins or whatever, like it goes this. It's like, well, I guess nobody cares about women. Our rights are all gone,
Right.
and then he'll become the president.
Women's March 2.0?
Not
the pussy hat.
He will not pass an abortion ban.
No, he's not passing an abortion.
No.
ban. He's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
passing an IVF ban.
It won't even. It won't
That's
even.
such
It won't
a
even. It won't even come to a vote in Congress, and it will gradually fade and go away. But there will be a new ramp up on all. We've all been pretty loose with the
We still
calling
say
things
retarded,
gay
you
and
think?
retarded.
You think there's going to be a bit of a ramp up on that?
Yeah. I like how Danny
We're all-
followed exactly
yeah,
what I was
we're
doing.
exactly
We've
what
all
you're
been saying retarded a lot.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Gay really did
we've
come
been-
back.
People have been getting
we've
pretty
all
free
been-
and loose
We've
with
been
the
saying,
slurs.
we've been saying
Gay
fag,
is
we've been
real
saying
bad.
fag, we've been saying retarded.
Stop getting us kicked off of our stream.
That's
No, they won't
my
kick
name, damn it!
Yeah, it is his name. They won't kick
It's
you.
my name.
We anyway.
Okay, Danny Polishuk just tweeted, I think it's going to ramp up a bit temporarily, then it'll...
We can't say gay or retarded anymore, boys. Buckle up.
Yeah, I agree. I actually do know what Chris is saying, and I think that...
anymore either.
It's not, but nothing's free.
Nothing's free.
But yeah, I do think that it's not gonna be the same. It's just gonna be a different thing.
Yeah.
But the question is,
But like, I mean, I was talking
does
about
Ron Paul get involved?
I was talking about like mainstream, like does
Closer to normalcy.
Like, does Netflix produce more comedy shows in the next 4, like from 2025 to 2028? Like Trump's
I don't think more than if she. More than Biden's term?
Yes.
That I think it was going like this.
Yeah.
It kind of goes like that, and then it's back on trend.
Yeah.
But probably a little less like
I'm just
this
saying,
is
if
the
she got
Kamal-
elected, where we had more
Yes.
comedies.
Yeah, but it's not crazy.
Not
but
crazy.
yes, the answer is yes.
Does Michelle Obama run after this?
No.
I think this is I think they're realizing that this kind of. There's a lot of people that they'd be like, okay, the Obama cosign doesn't do as much as you think.
Yeah,
No.
it didn't.
Also, again, it's like
The Obama cosign was like a fucking golden handshake.
if he
for a
kind of
while.
knocks this out of the park, then JD Vance is just probably the next president,
Right.
For maybe 8 years.
Which is-
like if he knocks these 4 years, where you go like,
Wow.
because
Things are cooking.
I can't remember who said it today. I think it was Mike Cernovich actually, but he was like, "Look, if you close your eyes and you go, I don't pay attention to politics. I don't know who the president is. You're like, is my life better these last 4 years versus the previous 4 years? Most people can't say yes,
Right.
right? So then, if you can do that exercise again in 4 years from now, you go, okay, what was the better? 4
You know, the
years?
problem
The
is
last
always
4 or
with
the
that stuff, though.
previous?
There is always there's always winners and losers, right? So they go, "Was your life better?" And it was like, if you were a fucking importer exporter that relies on globalization, maybe it was better. You know what I mean?
Well, but I'm
there's
saying
always winners and
I'm
losers.
talking about voting in a fair election where you're
No, but
like,
you're saying if you're a normal person, is my life better? It's like, well, if you worked for the government, it might have been better.
Sure,
your
but
funding might have
I'm
went
just
up.
saying if a majority of people said no, my life was
Yeah,
not
yeah,
better,
yeah.
then they would elect the other person. So
Yeah, the majority though.
Yeah.
But that's what they were saying. It was like the amount of people that work for the government or funded by the government or work for companies that were funded by the government. It was getting high.
yeah, for sure. So, anyways, we'll say we'll see.
We have the chat saying someone thinks Dan Crenshaw is trying to get. Someone says Ryan is a loud drunk.
Hey,
I'm not. I'm 3 White Claws.
yeah. You go, he's not even buzzed yet. He might be He might be half a buzz. Going
I'm a
on.
very loud drunk though. That is correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've literally been like,
Hey, it's 232, 212.
Also a loud not drunk.
Fox has it 232, 212 right now.
I think I'm getting worse too.
for Harris. Fox has it for Harris.
No, for Trump.
Oh.
232, 212. So it's close, but 54 seats for California. So
Imagine we just talked all that shit and she won.
hey, man.
I mean, still very possible.
I'm telling you, literally nobody will be surprised.
We'd be the ultimate chicken counters.
I don't know if one person in this chat would be surprised if they wake up tomorrow and they go, "Hey, they found a fucking just a bin of votes. They just found a huge bin of votes."
Did you
behind
guys
the
see
old
that
vote
video
factory.
of the votes that literally fell off a truck and just some fucking Cubans found them in Florida?
No.
Dude, watched some video. Who the fuck knows if it's fake or not? But like just on Twitter, just like a bunch of people like, oh, what is this? It's official documents, and it was like sealed voting bins.
Oh.
And they were just like walking around.
What, this is
throwing
this
them.
election?
Yeah, this was like 3 days ago.
I did not see that. Somehow I missed that. But yeah, so Trump's 232. If he wins Georgia, that puts him at 248, which means he needs 21 more. So if he wins Georgia and Pennsylvania and anything else.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I could see how she's in trouble because
Pennsylvania's
he's
but, yeah,
probably going to
Pennsylvania's
win.
tight.
He's probably going to win. He's up 200K, almost 200K in Georgia right now with 93% in. So he's probably going to win Georgia. He's up. Oh, dude, he's up a lot in Pennsylvania. He's up 4% in Pennsylvania with 83% reported. He's up
Wait, you're saying
5%
that-
in Michigan.
Hold on, that massive Puerto Rican vote in Pennsylvania didn't help him
Didn't
at all.
help him, no, because they
Puerto Ricans love Trump. I'm
They
going to throw this
seem
out
to.
there, dude.
and they're like the least offended people on earth. Like to think they were
Have
like,
you ever hung out with Puerto Ricans?
yes, they're like they say the craziest shit. You're
Dude.
trying to tell me you're going to be upset over Tony Hinchcliffe's joke?
They say the N-word and hate black people, and nobody cares.
So I mean, I think that stuff wasn't sticking, but even
Nothing stuck. None of the Liz Cheney. They're going to put
dude,
him
I
in
was
front
listening
of
to
fire
the I was
squad.
listening to the seller.
Well, that was bullshit.
Obviously, but the mainstream media ran with that like so hard.
Well, that's the actual thing that's so
the
like
garbage stuff.
I
The Tony Hinchcliff thing.
I was talking about a lot of this stuff a while back on fucking High Society, and like I mentioned it, and this guy from Harvard just randomly slid in my DMs and was just like, "Hey, dude, we're doing a study about how actually the fact that all this stuff is true. Like, whenever these news organizations talk about this thing that actually doesn't matter and they're taking something out of context, a bunch of people feel crazy, try to talk to their friends, and they're just like, you're crazy, and then they just drift further right, quietly. Like, and they
because
end up
the
on
right
Telegram
is just
or
like
whatever.
kind of fucking more normal.
Well, it's also like they're also just not gonna like if you just drift right because those people are going, you're not crazy for hearing what you're hearing and knowing what you're hearing.
And it's the moment you're not supposed to say it, and you have to pretend it doesn't exist, and you're like, what you're seeing with your eyes, you're just don't say that. You're like, now you just go do it in silence.
COVID was the biggest example where it was just like,
Yeah.
hey, I don't think we really should be doing this, and people would be like, you want everyone to die, and you'd be like, no, I don't, but it seems like this isn't making sense. And then all of a sudden, some guy on Telegram was like, I agree, and then that guy was then. So,
Right.
so
Yeah,
the, so
radicalized,
The, so
if
the
you will.
Jays, though.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's where we always wind
I always
up.
kind of think because they do a lot of, they go, the black votes or whatever, the Cuban vote or they like to do it by racial demographics, and they go like, even I was watching the Seller podcast a little bit today, and they were talking about how because Coleman Hughes was saying, he was like, one thing
He's a sort of black.
He's black. He goes, well, don't ignore this. He goes, you can't ignore the fact that a lot of black guys moved towards Trump, and then that was actually made up in ground by white women moving towards the Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny, but then I kept thinking, I was like, well, what are the gender demographics? It's like black dudes moving towards Trump and white women. Like, it was like they a lot of times they talk about the race stuff, but you're like, well, if we get the gender breakdown, you're like, no, dudes move this way and chicks move this way.
I mean, whatever. I like literally put out a clip again from the half hour I'm putting out next week about how like, look at the fucking charges against Trump. They're insane and nonsensical. The ones in New York make
Some might say trumped up.
You want to see something funny?
Has anyone said that?
I didn't say that. That is not the
there's,
punchline of the joke. It's a good joke. Go check it out on my social media
Dude,
pages.
a senator from Ohio just lost. He was the incumbent senator, Democrat. His name is Sherrod Brown.
Okay.
Look what he looks like.
No way.
Show the camera. Big,
told you, yeah.
big it up. Make it full screen and then
He
show
looks
the
like
camera.
he's playing young Bernie Sanders in a movie.
This guy's name is Sherrod Brown. I can't make it bigger.
You ever do this move, Danny? You go.
Oh yeah, there we
Dude,
go.
I know
Command
a white guy named Tyrone, and it feels
Sherrod
racist. to
Brown.
call
Show
him
you a
that
little
every time.
longer. There you go.
See it? Sherrod Brown, everybody. You can just Google Sherrod Brown. And that guy's name is Sherrod Brown.
Stop giving them his homework.
Yeah, they're getting off stream.
Stop pulling them off the stream.
Sorry.
Pull them off stream and getting them away
As long
from
as they're
super
still,
chats.
they're still logged in, it's fine. Anyways, that guy's name is Sherrod Brown.
Ryan, broadcasting expert. I would assume there's no irony there. They're actually just commenting and saying that zero irony involved in those comments.
Sherrod Brown.
And the one thing I was gonna say, I think the reason my hearing's getting worse because I found myself like a lot of times recently, like ordering something and being like, "Hey, what was that? Can you say that again?" I feel like I'm the "what was that" guy now.
Yeah.
Huh? What? What'd you say? What?
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 The old
Where's
Jewish
my
lady.
hair?
I'm like an old Jewish lady.
yeah.
What? Dude,
Yes, the what?
5 times a day I go, what?
Yeah.
I realize
They're
my hearing's
bad at
Every
worse
woman
because
in my
some-
family is
yeah,
like that.
That's me. I would fit in. You ever see when Larry?
What?
Did you ever see when Larry David joins the black family? He's like yelling at the movie
Yeah,
theater
yeah.
and stuff like that. That's me if I went and hung out with your like Jewish family. Everyone would be like, what? What? I'd be like, what? Like, I think I'd fit in with the old Florida Jews.
Oh, my hearing's getting a lot worse. Every time a woman talks, I seem to go, what did you just say?
What?
What did you say? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
What a great day for men. What a great
You're
day.
happy with yourself?
What a great day for men.
JJ is actually the one who did it.
JJ, go make a video that just says,
He's not a happy
I'm
camper.
not a
He's comedian.
pervert, but fuck all you Kamala Harris supporters.
JJ.
Cry more. Cry. Go make that video, JJ.
I'm not a pervert, but she's a cunt.
Yeah. Cry.
No
Sorry,
C word.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
JJ,
I can't risk losing anyone.
broadcasting expert here. Apparently, there was a huge rise of Amish voters for Trump.
There was.
There was, yeah. My
So
mom,
they've been the Amish, they've been stumping in the Amish areas, like literally going and
dude,
giving
someone was
the
like,
mail-
yeah, picking the, and someone was like, oh yeah, bring the mail-in ballots.
Yeah,
Like,
bringing them
fill
mail-in
this out.
ballots. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy thing because they vote overwhelmingly right wing, but only like
Look at what I'm dealing with right
This is
now.
dumb.
1 in 5. I mean, it's your studio. Get an Allen key. What's going on?
Yeah, it's honestly all we need. Oh,
So
no,
why have they been losing money? What was their?
they just don't vote.
Oh, they just don't go
They're like,
to.
dude, they don't speak English.
Yeah,
somehow.
no, but they don't care. They just like they're just
What
like
a bunch
what
of
am I gonna-
fucking
What am I
trash.
gonna-
JJ,
Dutch.
get the camera out. Do on live on air. I'm not a pervert, but
Yeah, JJ. Fucking
But I'll
nut
suck
up.
off an Amish.
Nut up.
Do you think has?
I'm not a pervert. But all you leftists need to cry more. I'm gonna
Cry.
fucking collect those liberal tears.
Why
Come
are
on,
we doing,
JJ.
Why are we doing this to JJ? I don't. He's so
What, you
much.
think JJ's I'm not a
Guy.
pervert fan?
You know how many
base is
times I've had
big
to- Yeah, I
Democrat?
You know how many
do.
times
I
I've been
actually
in
do.
public
Yeah.
with this guy and he literally pulls out his phone to make a video?
I'm fine
This is
with
the
that.
least he could do.
No. I would.
I actually do have a lot of liberal fans. They came to the show 2 weeks ago, like
Yeah.
lesbian trans.
Oh, they
couple.
think you're like
JJ's comedy goes
JJ's
above
a-
politics.
JJ's a homosexual maverick. Like
He is,
you know,
kind
you
of.
really-
Well, Robbie called me homosexual in his special. He said my name.
homo special.
Oh, dude.
Would you call
he has
your
a
special
joke-
that?
Robbie,
Homo special?
Robbie's joke where he names you is so fucking
Yeah,
funny.
the titty milk one.
yeah.
Oh.
He does a
He
titty
goes,
milk
he goes,
joke.
I have a gay friend named JJ Lieberman.
I'm
He's
not
talking
gay.
about trans.
Titty milk.
You're gay.
Sure.
You're not gonna name your special homo special?
Homo special.
Special?
Bromosexual. They're still trying to figure out if how Kamala can win.
Oh, no.
He wants to get off the topic. I've noted.
Oh, if she wins. Oh, if she wins
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
of him very much being a gay man. Oh, he's moving to Austin now where it's
So
illegal.
they're saying, this is ABC. They're saying she has a 68% chance to win Pennsylvania, so they're liking it for her.
Oh, really?
ABC's half feeling
Hey, man,
themselves.
dude, look, I'm telling you,
Look at
if
this.
she wins
Oh,
this,
my God. Malarkey?
I won't be the most surprised guy in the world. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
much.
you were
Even
the
though-
one drilling in that it's 98% though.
Well, it is. That's
then
a-
he's a flip flop.
Should we
Poly
not put
market.
should we not put
guy. I'm not.
Guy's at the spot because
If
he's
you're
got flip
asking me,
flops on.
if you're asking me about a pure fair election, it's over. It's not what I'm
Should
saying.
we not put $100 then on this malarkey?
On this malarkey?
Potential malarkey outcome?
Next Bugman competition day with the Amish.
Dude,
That would be great.
100
From a super chat.
pays 3,300 right now.
I'll go.
100
I'll go out
pays
to Lancaster.
3,300?
Yeah,
How much?
3 cents buys you $1.
I mean,
Literally.
Wow.
25 each?
JJ, you as a gambler, you must like those odds.
That's
a little
great.
bit.
I mean,
Also, the other thing though, if it wouldn't even be smarter than that though, is like just at this point, when it was at like 5%, just be like, okay, I'll put $100,000 on Trump.
He
With
was never
five.
at 5. He was never at 5%.
No, when he's at 95%.
Oh, when he's at
I'm just saying, you're like,
95%.
fuck it, I'll
but
just make it.
the-
If you have
no.
the capital, just be
Yeah,
like, fuck
yeah.
it, I'll make it easy. $5,000.
Wasn't there a guy? There was a guy who bet his
yeah, that's
life
what it
again,
is,
savings.
$5,000.
3 out of 100 things chances happen all the time.
There was a guy.
in elections,
just in real life.
but in
Yeah.
elections, does it very often where? I guess this is still. Not
I
the
bet
real
you
odds.
on Polymarket, if Polymarket existed in 2020, Trump at this time would have been like 80%.
Really?
Yeah, because remember, it was the thing where he's like, oh, he's got this locked up. It's over. And then everybody woke up on Monday morning and go, hey, we found all these votes. It was like that famous.
I remember that. I can't remember the details though. If like I went to sleep thinking he won and then woke up and he didn't.
Yeah, I
No,
remember
I
that.
specifically
don't
remember
that.
on Corinne's podcast, probably at 9:30, 10, and I was like, oh, it's looking like he's gonna win.
Really?
'Cause I remember I was wrong.
I didn't. I was just sitting in my house and I was like, oh, I don't think he's won this, but I have.
Yeah,
It was like
kind of remember
5:30 in the morning. I was like, I gotta go to bed. I'm
'Cause
just
you
sitting
remember-
by myself drinking.
No, I specifically
Yeah,
said
because
on
I
Corinne's
did.
show.
No, but I did Corinne's show. And remember, I bet the money, and I
Yeah, you
had the
bet the money,
thing,
yeah.
and we left that podcast me being like, I probably didn't win.
Why isn't Dave
Yeah,
live
I don't-
streaming?
Don't you remember that? Because
I don't
He's on-
remember you
he's
saying
on
you probably
Patrick
didn't win.
Bet
I remember
David
you betting on it, but I do remember saying it looks like he's going to win because I was wrong.
So tomorrow, are you gonna hop on? Aren't you gonna do some other big podcasts tomorrow potentially?
Oh, maybe. Well, I did Tim Pool's, and then they said they're going to be in Nashville, and they're like, "Do you want to go do his streams in Vegas?" Because they're all in Nashville.
In Nashville, yeah, they're in Nashville all week.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Why didn't you
I'm
go to
finished my
Nashville?
show probably like 9:30. I'm going to try to do dinner with like John Christ, and then
Oh.
do the show, and
Why
then
didn't
maybe
you
go to their
Nashville,
streams.
dummy?
For Nashville, I don't know.
We talked about maybe him doing it, but I don't know. One of the problems was you guys were doing Chicago, and then
Oh, right.
because it was the festival, they had someone else on the show. So
Right.
Because we were talking about where we could do streams. So
Yeah, 'cause we were
to be
gonna
honest,
do
if
a
I'm
live
if,
podcast,
honestly,
but-
this is my fault. The truth is, like, we booked this a long time ago. I was so like.
He didn't even know it was the election.
Yeah, I was, but it was at the time, like, all the dates just came in and it didn't cross my, like, I don't have, like, November 5th, like, burned into my head that, like,
Well, it's not always election day.
well, there you go. So I just didn't, like,
You also forgot
6
it was-
months ago when we were putting this tour together, I
You
just
didn't think of
You
it.
forgot it was
No.
Thanksgiving last year.
Well,
So
Thanksgiving is never, I don't think that's ever going to get burned into my head. When is it now?
I have no
The
idea. End
last-
of November.
end of
Last
November.
Thursday of the month.
And it's the best
Last
holiday.
Thursday of what month?
November. It's the best
Okay.
holiday in America. It's the best. It's better than Christmas because it's 5 days.
I haven't done anything. The last
Oh,
three
I love it.
Thanksgivings, I would just date
So
dinner
what
at my
are,
house.
what are you guys doing for the podcasts this week?
We already did it. We did no, they already know this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did
All
a podcast Monday. We're doing this live stream, and then we're releasing an interview after that. And then,
Oh,
and then we're back
interesting.
to business next
Who'd
Wednesday.
you guys interview?
Johnny Mitchell.
Johnny Mitchell from the Connect.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Does all the
Sick podcast.
What was part one of the Skankfest interviews where he does all the interviews with all the like criminals because he went to jail. He was like a drug dealer and he went to
He had
jail.
Freeway Rick Ross on his show. Which
He
is
went
awesome.
to jail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was
was in
like
jail
3 years
for-
in jail for being a drug dealer.
Really?
Sounds like he was a bad drug dealer.
He's a cool guy though. We were hanging out with him because we did it 2 interviews. We're gonna do one more, and we were hanging out. And he's like a big Bitcoin guy, and we are talking about all this shit. And I had like fun with him, and then we're like, oh fuck, let's get him.
Have you guys done Scorelli again since last time? It's been a while. It
No, it's
seems.
been a while.
We had him on twice.
Yeah, we had him on
I don't
twice.
think
That's what I'm
we've
saying.
had very many guests on more than twice in our
Right,
bodies.
that's true.
But
Well-
he's Danny's friend, not
Yeah.
mine. I don't really know.
Have you?
I met, he was supposed to do a podcast.
I only know him from
recently, and
those.
He just kind of.
What's he up? What do you think he's up?
He did a stream with Milo the other night.
I saw that actually. Yeah.
yeah,
Was
but
it-
that was on OnlyFans. It was weird.
Oh,
It was on OnlyFans. No. Oh, okay.
Is Milo?
I don't know. OnlyFans
saying
does.
they're
People
gay.
do.
OnlyFans does not like comedy.
Yeah,
shit,
they
so
do
I was like,
try to do that.
oh,
You know,
Yeah.
that's a
politics?
funny thing. If Milo was around now, he would be still. He got fucked.
He is still around.
Well, he's back on Twitter, but he was kicked off for many
He was
years under
fucked.
Jack Dorsey.
So how's he doing now? Is he back in the game?
Well,
I
he's
don't
not
know.
gay
He was
anymore.
Kanye West's like fucking
Yeah, that was
chief
crazy.
of
Him and-
staff.
He
or some
likes
shit.
women.
and he's not gay anymore.
He's
not
not
gay
gay,
no more.
anymore.
but that guy was like, yeah, he was popular
big.
as it gets for a second.
Yes, he was as big as it gets.
But it was interesting. I remember at the time, it was
He
like
was
him
on-
and Ben Shapiro had like a feud or whatever, and they were like kind of equally as popular. It's like, you know, and think about the differential between those two now.
They got rid of him. He was on
Yeah,
Rogan multiple
100%.
times.
Because he
Well, he
literally,
got a weird sex thing because
he literally got canceled for saying his priest molested him, basically.
Yeah, and then he was
Yeah,
like- and then he said
I
that's
thought
normal.
they were looking for a way to cancel that guy.
Yeah.
And then they did because he
He
was
just said that it's normal. to
No,
get
he was
fined
just
by
the
a priest.
most likable of the right wing guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't watch Milo.
Right, you're
and
right.
Not be
But
like,
if you, I guess there's another way to look at it where you're like, where'd that guy go? The guy's like, I was Kanye West's like
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
chief of staff for his president. Maybe in his mind he was like, I was doing
Can't
huge
find-
things, you know.
Can't find him on Twitter.
Well,
He's on Twitter.
he's there,
Nero.
yeah.
Nero. on
no, but they
Twitter.
were like they were looking. They were
Nero.
just looking
Nero
for him, and they
at
got
Nero.
him.
Nero. He's on there.
Like, what did he actually say? He goes, there's a thing in the
Okay,
gay
yes.
community where an older guy takes a young gay guy under their wing or whatever. Like, it was
Not
like,
me.
Is that true?
Yes, it's true, but not me.
JJ is saying he doesn't do that. I believe him. But like, it was just this.
So
weird-
JJ said, not me to the younger guy that an older guy took him under his wing. He has no comment on the other side of it.
Although someone did criticize me for saying that I only date up to 30. I only date 21 to 30
Who
year olds.
criticized you?
Someone's like, that's kind of weird that you're going after people who are 13 years younger than you. I'm like, that's normal. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Over 25, whatever.
21 over 21. 21's fine. Like, I'm no man above the law.
I wouldn't want to hang out with someone that's 22 years old.
Oh,
like
yeah.
on a,
Whoa.
Yeah,
When you say
22-year-old twink?
hang out,
Yeah, I guess a one-time thing. I don't know. I
right?
think 25.
You'd
25 is probably the cutoff.
Sure, but you'd bang a hot 21-year-old at a show.
I might bang a 21-year-old dude. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna bang a dude anywhere near my age, but a hot 21-year-old.
Yeah, you can't be fucking people your own age. Disgusting.
Yeah, my girlfriend's my age. That'd be gross.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Is she really?
Same age?
same age.
Weird.
Interesting. I don't know if I've ever dated a girl. I guess I have.
It's not
Kind of a
often.
deal breaker for me.
It's a deal breaker for me too.
That's what I'm saying. It's like at this point, I'll fuck a dude that's young.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's not cheating if it's a guy.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, Milo just said last chance for Kamala to prove she's really black by stealing this election.
Well, I felt like we had a pretty good stream here.
Solid tweet.
We'll do our final thoughts for the fellas. Chat's been active.
Yeah.
Over a couple grand first stream, which feels pretty high to me.
Yeah.
I don't know the number.
That's
That
great.
feels like a lot, right?
2,000?
No, we had 2,000 people. Over 2,000 people watching our stream.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah,
great.
That seems great.
feels like high.
That seems. I was literally pissing thinking about that. 2,000's a lot of people.
Yeah.
For a live stream,
Yeah, fuck it.
especially when you don't do it. That just it's another proof that mainstream media nobody wants to watch them.
No.
Trump isn't moving now. JJ's a menace.
Well, we did let the record show. Maybe clip this at 11:02 p.m. We did call Trump before anyone else.
We were the first people that called them.
We did
and we're
call
not going to
this-
get our credit for it either. That's
Won't
the
get
thing. The
credit.
mainstream media is never going to talk about where the actual credit came from.
But at 11:02 p.m., I said I think it's safe to say we're going to call it for Trump.
What are we at on the polymarket? We'll go to our polymarket correspondent.
97%.
Let's take a-
90s.
What do you think that lady, the famous lady?
So it's gone
from
down. It's gone down.
From the inauguration.
JJ, when's your birthday? People ask in the
Is that
comments.
Rube
section.
Star asking that?
First
People do
question,
wanna know.
First question, famous lady. I think she's going to get tip fucked by JJ Lieberman tonight. Second question, I don't like to discuss.
I know
birthday.
it's in the next week.
Okay.
Someone made the joke.
You're-
We made a
you're-
joke on our
you're-
podcast where we were saying that, like, I can't believe it's not
Oh,
masculinity.
nice.
Because they wanted, Tim Waltz was doing all this, like, a real man votes for a woman kind of thing. And I was saying that they were trying to do masculinity without any masculinity. And it's like, I can't believe it's not masculinity. You know what I mean?
pretty good.
And then someone made the
That's pretty great.
isn't that funny?
Yeah.
People, dude, the people that fucking watch the BOYSCAST do like all sorts of
That
funny
one
shit. We
Dave
talked about
guy.
a guy and we were trying to find him and they tracked him down, like all this shit.
That one Dave guy is amazing. The artist from Canada, Dave from Ottawa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dave
he's
from
the best.
Canada.
Yeah, he does flyers
he's
for me.
Yeah.
Does he do flyers for you?
Yeah.
That's very fine work.
Yeah. I might have to, since I'm touring, might have to get him to do flyers for the kid too.
Yep. Yep.
Touring all over this country now.
Who you bringing? Young boys?
Of course.
Going full tilt.
Oh, you gonna be that guy?
Of course. I waited 12, 13 years to become successful. You're goddamn right I'm going to have a fucking 20-something-year-old open for me with abs.
Do you think he's gonna bang you?
No.
So what's the point? What, you just want to have him around?
He needs something to jerk off.
You just
to.
want to have some like young guy around?
So funny because if you did that with a chick, that'd be like everybody would look at you so insane.
No, we're
They're
all-
gonna look at him now and be like, "Well,
What? I'm
like,
kind of into it. Good.
No, but the part you're missing, I was like, the only culpable deniability is JJ likes to like have, if he has 3 hours with this guy where he just talks to the guy and the guy just listens,
Yeah.
tells him how it is
Oh,
and
yeah,
what he's
JJ
doing
gets to
wrong and how
punish
he's gonna make
him.
him, what he needs to make it in comedy, right? You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
How he needs to change his jokes.
They like that. They like listening.
It's for him. I don't even like doing it. It's mainly for him.
Mash, eh?
Okay. So we called it.
We called it 11:02
Called
p.m.
it 11:02 p.m.
JJ's not going to be coming to Nashville tomorrow. We have other people on the show.
What do you think? Here is a question before we leave. What do you think happens if? So it's midnight right now on the East Coast. 12:15 looks like considering to the poly markets that he's going to win. What happens?
J6 all over again. Times 1,000.
What happens if he doesn't
It
win?
seems like people won't be happy if he loses this.
Oh, buddy. Well,
If he doesn't
last
win-
time they did J6,
Yeah.
I can
I don't think
imagine
you-
it'll
I-
be something substantially worse than that.
No, it won't.
You don't think so?
Right now at the Trump party, there's a picture. It's Trump talking to Dana White and Elon Musk.
I think here's the thing: the prison sentences that came from J6 is just like they're just not.
Yeah, but what happens if they take over the Department of Justice?
Sneako's at, I think, in D.C., he didn't get into a heated argument with Rabbi Smooly.
Rabbi Shmuley's still around?
He's in the mix, dude.
Jesus.
He's back in the
So
mix.
you think because of how strong the punishments were for J6, nothing happens?
I don't think nothing happens, but I don't think you see. You're never going to get the imagery you got on January 6th again.
No, but you don't think that
Trump will probably be so measured on that kind of shit right
you
now.
think you think he's you think this is
Yeah, they tried to kill him twice.
yes. You know what's kind of funny? I think there is something to be said that if he wins, there is kind of somewhat some normalcy in life.
Forgot one.
No, I think you're.
Krasenstein?
I actually
We
think
forgot
you're
it.
wrong.
Krasenstein he's very.
Krasenstein says it's becoming more evident that Trump will win. America spoke. I may not like the outcome. Okay, Krasenstein's being diplomatic.
David Hogg just tweeted, "This is the bad place." About Twitter. I
Oh,
guess.
is that the gun kid?
David Hogg looks like a baby going through a divorce.
Yeah, small hog.
Yeah.
Okay, we got
Oh
What
shit! Looks
what
like
a-
Royce. Former
we got a crier at
lottery
the
pick.
CNN party. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, let's see.
You forget that a lot of people are like
Hallelujah.
well, a lot of people like are there for a party now, right?
Of course.
Like this.
Dude, Hillary
do you know how many
Clinton
people are?
famously bought millions of dollars worth of fireworks in 2016.
No.
And they had this plan for this massive.
No, that's because
fireworks
she's
thing.
in bed with China.
She bought it from Raytheon. But no, she bought all these fireworks and they just
Dude, on Legion of Skanks, we watched some guy that lit a firework out
in
his-
LA.
and his
Blew his
fucking
hand off?
hand blew off. Yeah, Johnny was at LOS yesterday. That was insane. It blew his hand off, and he was like holding his hand up, and it was just like a.
By the way, I don't know if
Skin
this is
hanging off.
real, but Royce White,
that?
current Republican, like Twitter guy, but also former NBA lottery pick who famously couldn't play the NBA because he had like OCD and he like didn't want to fly to games, and they're like, okay, well you have to fly to games. We can't just
Wow.
Play the home games.
Well, you just
Wow.
won't make the games or whatever. But he's for Senate. Amy Klobuchar in Minnesota is winning currently, so this guy might be a fucking senator over Amy Klobuchar.
Oh.
Wait, he's currently winning because Klobuchar was way
he
ahead.
tweeted
earlier.
this on 2 hours ago. I don't know if this is.
There's some people crying at the Democrat event, but they're crying like, like sad.
Oh
crying.
no, she's ahead of him.
Well, they're crying like they're like just actually sad.
But he
They're
did
not
pretty
crying
good.
like having a freak out. You know what I mean?
Right.
yeah.
I think that people are probably conscious of the fact that their freakouts are going to become memes for the next 10 years.
Well, no, but I think it's also this is like, do we not both think that both if you're in the like we're not in bubbles, like we're in
yeah, I'm not an. I'm
like we're
100%.
we're in bubbles, but we're also
Well, you're in 5 different things. I'm not in a bubble at all.
no, but like we also like hate all of our bubble friends. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Well, I'm in 5 different bubbles. You know what I mean? So you can't. You're not in
that's
any
what
of
I
the
mean.
bubbles.
Like it's
yeah.
like you're kind of like like but like you got to realize like there's so many people that are just like they thought that this was going to be a walk-off grand slam for their candidate, whether it's Trump or Harris. So it's like there's probably a lot of nail biting going on. Like the amount of grandstanding that Trump had already won a week ago on Twitter is insane, and like the amount of people that like I'm talking to as a New Yorker in New York that knows like fucking the most liberal people on earth. They're just like, well, I mean, she's obliterating him in every metric.
I know,
Like
I was
people,
like-
people saying that like his Joe Rogan appearance was a disaster.
I've heard that too. It was just like,
And it's
are
just
you,
like, it
what's
was-
wrong with?
it
Is your brain broken?
Literally 2 things ever made me want to vote for Donald Trump.
What's that?
Dick Cheney endorsing Kamala Harris,
Yes, I
and then
agree.
him on Rogan calling John Bolton a psychopath.
Yeah.
Made me go, oh, I'm like he might be actually onto the things I hate about America the most, and I fucking fuck with that. And I still didn't. And I was just like, but like the idea
I know
that
what I mean. Yeah.
the idea that he would say that, which is like the best thing I've ever heard a candidate say on an interview. And then people were like, "This was a disaster." Is insane.
I actually say you would never believe it. This guy, you think he's just like some dumb drunk bro, but he's really intelligent, very funny.
Well, you can be 2 things. Hit him up. Tupac put out "Hit 'Em Up" and "Dear Mama" on the same album.
No, but I've been saying that too. It's like I've had people that were just like, "This thing was a disaster," and I was just like, I'm rarely wrong about my vibe checks. Like, I don't always know the intricacies of it, But like the one thing I'm very generally right about is like what the vibe is of something. Where you're like, when people were telling me like, oh yeah, he's losing everyone, and I was like, yeah, that's not what's happening.
Yeah,
No,
it's
you're
totally
incorrect.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we wake up tomorrow and she's the winner,
I told you we're gonna be fucking eating. We're gonna be eating more crow than anyone.
It'll be dark in this. I'm telling you, it'll be dark in this country.
You think so?
If that's what
So
happens.
the one interesting thing that Tim Pool says is
Racist. Jesus, it's gonna be dark in this country. Jesus,
It does-
That was Danny Polishek.
it does.
I know. I said all those slurs on this.
It does just take one event though, one overnight.
Dude, if people, man, there are going to be people who will do some crazy shit.
It's gonna be Red Dawn.
if there-
It's gonna be Red Bone Dawn.
Dude, if it was 97% when you went to sleep and you wake up and she won,
And you just wake up to her celebrations.
400 million guns in this country, I don't know what's going to
So what happens now? You say they do celebrations at like, should they wait till 4 a.m. and then do a celebration at 4 a.m.?
Is she has to call him.
She
and
has to concede.
She has to call him and like be like, I concede the election.
Think
She
gonna do
doesn't
that?
have to.
She doesn't have to, but
they
like that's
always
normally
do.
how they kick off their party.
Yeah, they always call these
Is-
fucking sluts.
is they call and they
Yeah.
concede. I don't know if Trump never did, obviously. In
No, he
because
didn't do-
doesn't-
he
still
didn't do it.
doesn't think it was a
But
fair election. so-
again, there is truth to that.
yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is like she actually has to call him and concede, right? Because the whole thing was that he didn't.
Yeah.
So even if the ballots come back and she won, look. So Gore conceded to Bush, and then
My phone's dead,
challenged
so I'm not a
and
Twitter
then-
correspondent anymore.
and then challenged it for a month, right? Like, so all right, he called it, he conceded, but then he just did then he just was like, actually, I did win.
Yeah.
For a
well, it was the
fucking
hanging
month.
Chad thing or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
the hanging
yeah,
Chad.
yeah.
We're just some hanging Chads right here, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if that happens, dude,
So she
this
can
like Tim Pool always is like Civil War, always has that. thing or
always says
whatever.
that.
This is maybe the scenario I could see where that happens.
Yeah.
It's like it's not like, oh, Trump's neck and neck all night,
think-
and then she edges him out. Like if it's looking like a blowout, and then
Yeah.
you wake up tomorrow and she won.
This is what happened last time.
I don't think it was a blowout. Like
It was.
This.
This seems like it's.
What is the?
Why
Oh,
like
hold on,
this?
hold on.
This seems like
Tell
a
me the
blowout.
exact count right now, and let me see. Like if
Depends
I,
who you ask.
Well, I'm
right?
asking you to tell me what you're reading.
So CNN has
says
it 230,
194.
182 on
this
CNN.
fucking fat
ABC has it 230, 194.
Okay.
Fox News, I believe, has it 232.
But what percent?
to
so
232,
can you
216.
Google what percent of districts in the country are reporting?
They all are.
Do you think?
No,
So
but like,
I
what
can tell
are-
you, this is the live right here. Pennsylvania, 87% reported. He's
Okay.
up by 60,000 votes. So she could win Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but what are one?
there's
of,
like I
but
think
how many?
700.
But how many of those districts are fucking Philadelphia?
There's I think Philadelphia is yet to report. And there's
So
not-
then there you go. That's
So
the
she could
biggest.
win it.
That's the biggest population.
But
center
there's
in Pennsylvania.
Georgia, 93%. He's
And,
up
Atlanta's not reported.
120K.
And Atlanta's not reported.
Yeah, again, but the betting markets would factor that in if this was possible.
The betting market has it,
Michigan,
yeah.
he's up.
Losing the
200
popular vote's wild.
Dude, Michigan, he's
For-
up 200,000, but that's only 50% of the vote.
The idea that there's significantly
He's up
more-
100K in Wisconsin with 100,000 left to vote.
This will come down to
Minnesota-
misogyny again, despite the fact that there are significantly more.
Do you think there's going to be a lot of articles about how this is misogyny?
Of course.
Do you
But
think
there's
it has to
also
be?
there's significantly more registered women voters?
Yeah, women
in this
vote
country.
more, and they vote more.
Yeah, it's like
They
it's
also
like
shop
it's never.
more.
It wasn't misogyny then.
Get
What percentage do they vote more? How much more do they vote?
I think 10 million more women vote
Wow.
than men. Yeah,
Which is like not.
Women be voting.
women be shopping and women be voting.
Women be shopping and voting, man.
Yeah. They do. Yeah, they get accessories to go vote. you know?
So if he wins, when do you think the protests happen? Tomorrow night, Wednesday night?
bitches love a
Well,
sticker.
the women's march was on the inauguration day. That was
Okay.
like basically in D.C. and it was happening at the same time he was getting inaugurated. But if they call it for him tonight, you'll see. I mean, I imagine you'll see protests right now if you
Really?
certain parts of the city.
I'm going to film in Chicago on the street.
Sick.
I'm gonna, because we're doing
you should go to the south side.
either Friday or
You
Saturday.
should wear a sandwich board like in Die Hard 3.
Yeah. I'm gonna film on the street stuff in Chicago, especially if something's going on. Yeah. You know what all the streamers do? Because a lot of that stuff is somewhat get dangerous sometimes. You know what?
Yeah,
All
it
the
is.
streamer dudes, they all have bodyguards. like all they got like Jack Doherty.
Well,
or
he
whatever.
starts shit though.
Yeah, but I start a bit of shit. But like
Yeah.
but like I'm just saying, like I even saw, a lot of those guys, they go film on the street stuff and they have a bodyguard.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
I don't think it's a terrible thing to
It's
do.
not the worst idea though.
Yeah.
That just the amount of imagine you had just like a huge bodyguard with you, how fucking obnoxious you could be.
I mean, to spend $250 for an hour to have a guy with you.
Just be so and the guys just like these bodyguards are just rolling their eyes at these streamers, being like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?"
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
It's
though.
not the worst idea, actually.
No, I just think it was funny though. I didn't.
Some guy who used to guard Gaddafi when he was in New York.
Yeah, now he's getting paid $1,000 a day to go watch this streamer fucking
Just go watch some ass.
watch some 20-year-old
So
streamer.
fucking
Isn't that
funny.
crazy?
That's
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
Wow.
He's got to call him like the subject or something.
Yeah.
Briefs.
It's a pretty good idea, if you ask me.
Okay,
right.
we're both leaving early in the morning, but a successful first stream. I
Yeah.
consider that a very successful first stream. I was
Go see JJ at the Lincoln Lodge in
Well,
Chicago.
Ryan, Thursday night, I'm opening for him on Thursday night. in-
JJ's going to be with me in Chicago. And then also after that, JJ has an announcement to make on the Saturday night.
Lincoln Lodge, November 9th.
JJ has a Saturday.
He's even
He'll
gay.
tell you in person in the handshake line.
in the handshake line. JJ has an
I'll do the
announcement.
hand-
Turns out I'm doing another show.
There's a QR. Actually, no.
There's a QR code.
It's only
on this guy.
Thursday's late show that's not sold out. So Friday morning, JJ has an
Fine.
announcement.
Tuesday, New York City, I'm doing another show. Already sold tickets.
You
Sold
said
out.
I couldn't have a spot.
JJ isn't moving tickets, man.
This guy fucking asked. And why
No,
had
I
like
was joking. I didn't
5
want a
people.
spot. I
And
didn't
then
want a
December 12th.
I've got a single spot at
December
JJ's
12th,
spot.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
And also
Can I
13th and
open-
14th,
can I
Las
open for
Vegas
you
for
that?
Ryan.
I told you, JJ is selling moving units right now. He's the next big thing.
Can I open for you in Vegas?
Eric, Freddie, and Jimmy McMurrin.
Those guys are getting plenty
Chris,
of work.
get in line.
Get in line, pal.
How old are you?
Yeah, I'm way too old.
This guy was fucking born in the 80s. He thinks he's going to be opening for JJ
I'm
Lieberman.
I'm only 5 years younger than JJ. I can.
This is ageism.
Okay.
All
Hey,
right.
honestly, thanks everyone for coming and
was
hanging out
great.
with us.
Putting out a
Very
half
fun.
hour on
idea.
Tuesday. Go check
And
it
yeah, a
out.
couple people have
What's
been
the show?
drinking with
Where,
us.
on YouTube?
People have been.
Where's your thing on going?
It's going.
I know
on
it's not
YouTube.
that late for people in
check
on
that
the
out.
West Coast, but we're leaving at 7 in the morning. So
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone. See you later.